When you purchase anything on Hobbymaker, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning that you can shop with confidence. Happy shopping with Hobbymaker.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the beginning of the week. Good afternoon. I hope you had a lovely weekend, whatever you got up to. I'm Sherilyn Lavery, if you haven't met me before. Now, I will give you a bit of a rundown of what is going to come up on today's show, and then, of course, we'll introduce everything that we're going to kick off with in this show with SHEENA Douglas as well. So we are starting with a deals show. We've got the best deals ever. We've got the Garden Visitors collection that's coming back to us, but we are talking brand new low price on this, and we've got lots for the deals in the show as well. 2 o'clock, we are going to be bringing you something else that is brand new. We've got the Friends from Far and Wide stencil collection from PEARLYWINKS. 3 o'clock, again, you can see it kind of goes through. Here we are with more brand new bits. Stencils and inspiration from Stencil Up with Lorraine Penny. Then SHEENA will be back with us. We've got the best ever deals once again. We've got one of the most popular collections we've seen, which is in the Frame Bold Florals collection. Then back in stock, we have got the X tool coming up at 5. 6 o'clock, there is a Christmas cracker template, which is from PEARLYWINKS. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll be back with Stencil Up as well, with different stencils and inspiration from the first time we see them. So a really, really lovely show for you. Now, SHEENA's here. Hello, welcome, as always. We have got an absolutely beautiful collection that we're kicking off with in this hour, haven't we?
Thank you. Yes, you know what? I love this collection because it's nature, isn't it? And it's lovely little cute little visitors that are going to be in your garden whether you know they're there or not.
Exactly.
We've got a squirrel that visits frequently. Yeah, he's brilliant.
Nice.
We love watching him.
Yeah, they're so fun, aren't they?
Oh, they're brilliant. But I hear the Mission Impossible theme tune every time I see him. You can't hear it, help it. And what I've done is I've combined like his environment with the little creatures, so the florals become part of the little animals as well. So if you like florals, you like cute little furry, natural little, creatures of the,
definitely.
Then yeah, this is the one for you.
Yes, it is. And I will just let you know, we did say best deals ever. We are going to do something absolutely remarkable on the full collection. Now, I want to show you everything that you're actually going to get within this, because it is a big bumper bonus collection that you are about to get, okay? Now, we have, of course, within this, we've got your stamp and die sets. We have your Have a Mice Day that we've got, so we've got your lovely little mice that you can see there. We have also got the opportunity, which you can see just there with your Aqua Blend, so you've got your portrait collection that's going to be coming to you. Within this, you're also going to get your smooth white cardstock. You're going to get 100 pack of that, your 160 GSM. You're getting your 8x8 stencil set and your foliage swirls, which is absolutely beautiful. Then you're getting your Wild Thing, Nuts About You, Take It Easy, Floral Frame, Be Happy, You're a Hoot, and Have a Mice Day in terms of your die and stamp collection. So it is an absolutely epic collection. You can just see those characters that we're actually getting here. They're so beautiful. You've got little sentiments, of course, that are actually coming within each of these sets as well. We have got boards, so we will be giving you a big sort of look through this in a moment with SHEENA, but I just want to give you a quick heads up because we only have 75 chances. As far as I know, this is going to be our final showing of this because of the deal price we are about to do. Now, previously, if you've seen this before, it's been very, very popular and it has sold at £119, okay? So we're going to get that price in. Let's go there. So £119.99, that's where we've been, that's where we've always sold this, which you completely can understand, can't you, for the amount that you are actually getting within this. We're talking stamps, we're talking dies, we're talking sentiments, we've got card, we've got your pencils that are coming here, your stencils, you know, absolutely superb the amount you are getting. Now, I've just realised that we are going to do an absolutely epic deal. Should we bring a clock on? I think that's what we should do, okay? Because, do you know what? I'm not... I imagine you have a price in your mind and you're probably thinking, but I know what they're going to do. They're going to go $99.99, which would be amazing. £20 extra off where this has ever been before because it's only ever been at the price on your screen. No, no. We are talking way lower than that price. I want to get the price in immediately, then we'll look through everything that you're actually getting within this. It's on that split pay opportunity as well. Brand new low price, and we are talking a huge amount being taken off. For the full collection, would you like it at this price? £74.99. So that is a £45 saving from where this has previously been, but we are talking better than half price for everything.
For everything.
That's just so good,
And this is a huge collection. That is huge.
Yeah.
It's vast. We should show everyone it. And it's all about the bargains, isn't it?
Oh, of course it is, absolutely. It's like everything, isn't it? Yeah, so do I. I love the deals. You want to save and then you've got more money to spend on other bits, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Shall we have a look through the boards?
Yeah, go on then. Let me take you through. So what we've got is the sizable. So these are going to give you statement cards. These aren't going to be little, but they will fit on a smaller format card too. So, and I've got to say, these are I've got friends who take photographs like this.
Yes,
these are Karen's photographs. She goes out and she's
really?
into rescue as well with wildlife and marine life and things.
Yeah.
So this is a real little guy, and it wasn't on florals like this. It was on a little piece of grass, but I put him clinging onto some cherry blossom. I think that's gorgeous. So that's him. But this is the kind of card you're going to make with this. So look, that's it. And these are photopolymer. So these are top quality. Everything in here is the top quality dyes and materials that you're using. So that's the little mouse. Then you're going to get the little rabbit here, and you're going to get the dye. So you're not just talking about the stamp. You've got the dye that's going to cut this out as well. And then you're going to make a card that looks gorgeous like this. We haven't even started talking about the stencils that you're getting with this.
No,
and
exactly.
that gorgeous hoop dye. That there's a worker dye. That's going to use. And the stencils. You're going to use the stencils, the dyes, with all of your other stuff that you've got in your crafting stash. That's not just a one for this collection. They're just generic. They're going to come out all the time. I love the owl. I love owls. I love owls. They're supposed to be wise.
Yes,
and I believe it.
Yeah.
And so you've got the owl with the cutout, and look at that. So part of that circular collection. So if you like inky backgrounds, you can make your A5 cards. You can make your 5x7 cards. You can make a smaller format cards. A squirrel, there he is. That's the Mission Impossible guy. He knows who he is. He was in the garden yesterday. Always looks busy. And then a card again, so
they're
small
amazing
format.
sizes, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to fit with a square format card. And look, if you use your circle, most of us have got nesting dies. If you've got a die cutting machine, you've probably invested in circles because nobody wants to cut out a circle.
No, exactly. It's impossible to do perfect, isn't it?
Absolutely. So you use the corresponding circle. You use your stencils to create a backing paper like that. They're all included in this collection, and you've got a different look again. Look at all the different options now. I bet you haven't. I bet you might have a floral, you might have a little rabbit, you might have an owl, but you haven't got. I bet you haven't got a snail.
No, never.
Especially a snail with flowers on its back.
I know, I absolutely love that.
This is Brian or Bryony.
So different, isn't it?
Snail, absolutely. Yeah.
I love his name.
Look at this. Look at that. Disco Brian.
Oh wow.
Check that out. So you've got. Look at that. Look at this is so. Have fun with it. This is. These are for people who love nature. If you, which I do. I'm happy. I'm in the country, and it also needs preserving, doesn't it? You know.
100%.
So this makes me smile, and also a bit of humour in there. You can get in there as well. But look at how pretty. Just different format cards.
Great.
You've got the embossing folder, the stencil that are going to work like an embossing folder. Put them through your machine. They're thick enough mylar that you're going to be able to dry emboss with them. So quality again. Now they're the stamps, then the dies. So we've got this here. This is this gorgeous generic hoop. It just looks like as if you scribbled circles. So it's very light, but it's saying, look at me. Look at what's in the centre. So anything that's in the middle of this, it's light enough to not distract, but it's there enough to draw your eye in. So mirror card, sparkle card, anything like looks like magical. If you like magical stamps and things, things like that, they're perfect for that. But then you've got these little floral stamps, which you're going to stamp out, then cut out individually. They're going to form either a full garland or part of the garland or corners or wherever you want to use them. There's worker dies, those are, and stamps. Then you've got these. Now these were designed by yours truly to layer. So one stencil gives you multi-layering. The backing papers always look more interesting, in my opinion, if they're layered. So for example, you could put the swirls in the background, change them round, flip them over, use parts of them, and then go over the top. Maybe use this with some shiny, emboss them, use them embossing ink, or full bleach them so it looks like the little orbs over the top.
Beautiful.
Then you've got the florals and leafy swirls there. Again, 8 by 8. You're going to just use parts of them or all of them if you want to just do it quickly. And then again, continuing that theme. So you've got, if you want to do a DL card, just isolate this one. Use different aspects of that. Look after them. They're a heavyweight mylar, and as you can see, you can also dry emboss with them, which is fantastic.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's just fantastic. And then on top of that, we are going to be getting all of your cardstock, okay? So you are seeing this as well. We all need this, don't we, to make sure it's in our stash. 100 sheets of this that you're actually going to get as well on your 160 GSM. So you've got good quality cardstock that is just there. And then you are actually going to be getting these as well. Okay, I mean, these are £24.99 when you think about it on their own. So everything else is 50 quid. I mean, that's just silly, isn't it? And if we open these up, we know, of course, premium quality that you're actually going to get, but look at the amount of colours that you're actually getting within this. So your artist watercolour pencils that you've got there, 24 different colours that you can see with this as well. You know, great pigment, of course, that you get as well, that bold sort of vivid colour, but that you can blend with. And great, of course, to work with this collection where you're creating those animals, those flowers as well, the fur, for example. And don't forget, this is on split pay, so we are talking £37.49. You can take this home for today. I mean, those Stamp and Die sets are normally £16.99 each individually. So on a normal day, we would be looking at basically you only be able to get for the price on your screen for all the Stamp and Die sets, nothing else. You are instead getting everything today. Previously, it's only been at £119.99. So brilliant at that price, okay? This is the biggest saving we've ever done. It is a today and a today only deal, as far as I know, and it's while stocks last. So we've only got, wow, okay, we are approaching 20% of our stock having now gone as well. So well done to Barbara and Lorna and Carol and Audrey and Elaine, Susan, Rachel, everybody who's jumped in quickly. It is an absolutely amazing opportunity to get this. Should we do a quick demo with this one?
Yeah, well, you know what? I've got a confession before we even start, right? You know what? What am I like? I'm meant to bring, you know, the repositionable stamping platform.
Yes.
Because these are big stamps, right? I thought, before a live studio audience, right? I want to give myself the best chance of getting a great, clean image, right? Repositionable stamping platform. You, if you're a stamper, you've got your favourite way of stamping by now. And if you haven't, there's loads of choice here, right? I've forgotten it. All I've got is my rocker block.
Okay.
Right? I think we've got rocker blocks on the show, though, so that's fine.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do, again, without a safety net, we're going to attempt a huge stamp.
Because that is massive, isn't it? To not
on
be able to go back in.
watercolour card that's textured. With a rocker block.
You know, what, let's do it. Yeah.
So, let's hope, right? I want you all to, like, you know, like, positive thoughts, everyone. Positive thoughts. So, and everybody laughs at me, you know. Everyone at home will say, well, you can tell when you're on the telly because all you can hear is bang, bang, bang. Apparently, I'm one of the noisiest inker-uppers that's out there. But, yeah, I just like to make sure it's inked up well. And the thing is, sometimes, you know, when they're a little bit dry, they need a little bit more encouragement. So I've got that there. With the rocker blocks, the main place you don't want to get ink is on the rails here and on the edge, because on the edge is where you're going to line it up and you're going to position it. Then you're going to press down, rock forward, lift up. What was I worried about?
Perfect.
Come on. I like to build the tension.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Drama queen, aren't I? Oh, what? I'm such a drama queen. Look at that. Isn't that? So that just shows, you know what? That wasn't even intended to be a rocker block demonstration. Had my brain not let me down.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been that. But
incredible.
That's what. So yeah, rocker blocks, guys. I just, honestly, they're still my go-to stamping option. I only go to the magnetic stamping platform if I'm having trouble stamping something out, you know, if it is a little tricky. If it's got a lot of like flat photopolymer rubber or acrylic, you know, where it's got to adhere a lot of that to the card. Right, so let's look at the collection that you're going to get with this. Let me show you, because you think portrait, don't you? Think, we got a brown, then we've got a darker brown, we've got a lighter brown. woo, hold me back. But it's not. Let me show you what you're going to get. I'm going to pick out some of these more exciting colours because you're going to be surprised, right?
Yeah.
Right, let's look at azalea to start with, right? What I'm doing, I've got watercolour card here, and I'm giving this azalea a scribble, right? Like that. And I'm going to go to, I love that, that's gorgeous. Let's look at bamboo. And I'm going to scribble bamboo. Nothing boring about either of these colours, or neutral, I should say, at all. I'm going to go with, ooh, that's pretty, julep. I like it. I'm going to go in between the two with that.
Yes,
Right, we're going to go from azalea to bamboo to julep. And then we're going to go, let's go to, this is pretty, I liking that. This is a Aegean blue.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
That's nice, somewhere like sunny and beautiful.
Exactly.
Let's go now to aubergine.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
Okay. Yeah, nice
Bit of
deep purple there.
Masaka, nice. Oh, bit of Masaka in that lovely sunny clime. I feel like Shirley Valentine.
Yeah.
Hello, wall. Right, so we've got that one there, and then we'll go to, let's do this pink. Let's do a bit of watermelon. Oh, yeah, bit of that for dessert.
Yeah.
I bet you're all with me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm back in the room. So, right, so look at that.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Portrait.
And that's just 6 of the 24 that you've got. Amazing.
Yeah, and then we've got more. We've got reds in there.
Yeah.
We've got other colours that I haven't even gone to. Right, so here's the thing, the watercolour, right? I'm going to talk to you more and explain why they're not all equal, all right? First of all, I've put that down there, and I've put quite a bit of pigment on there, but it hasn't etched into the card. What I mean there is I haven't embossed into it. The reason being, these pencils have got a soft core. They're not full of fillers, so it doesn't look like, when you buy pencils, you can be easily fooled into thinking you've got a super bargain because they look the same, pencils look the same, things look printed nicely, and they're dark, they look dark, but until you go to put them on the paper, the transfer of colour doesn't happen, and you have to press down really heavily, and you press it down more and more to get the colour that you think should be there, because there's fillers in there to bulk it out, because that's a money saver. What you're paying for, what costs the manufacturer, is the pigment and the binder, the stuff that sticks them together. Essentially, that's what a colouring product is. A pigment and a stuff that glues it together, that makes it into a paint. And that's what it is in the middle. And that's what you've got in this, which means that you don't get that embossed line, which means that when you just add a bit of water with your Royal and Limenical brush, you just do this and do a little circles like this, and there's absolutely no absolute sign of any sign of a line at all. You can't see any clue that was a pencil. You would not know that was ever a watercolour pencil, would you? That it just looks like watercolour.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you want. And look at how they've just gorgeously blended in together, one to the other. That is beautiful. And that's the set you're getting. So don't think portrait. Don't think that you're not getting a really
a mix, aren't you? Yeah, it's not just hair colour, skin colour, it's everything.
And they're the ones you're going to... So this little guy here, what I'm going to be using to colour in, even though I haven't got that yet, because I want you to understand and get the value of what you get.
Yes, definitely. 100%.
I could have just started colouring in flowers, but you're going to get the hit quicker by me showing you this.
Yes,
all these colours here, you can see, they're going to be used in that flower.
Yeah, of course.
You got it? They're going to look full colour, in your face, gorgeous, bright and beautiful.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to be using the brownie colours, these colours here, these more neutral colours, these ones hit that there, and this is what I would advise you to do. Make a colour chart. Use your little scraps of card like this and map out the colours, your neutral tones, your neutral palette, your bright palette. See what you've got. Plan it out before you even go to start working with what you've got.
Because when you add the water, the hues and the tones kind of change a little bit anyway, don't they?
They
do. It's nice to be able to see exactly what it's going to be like.
Absolutely, and you can never trust, however good how well they stain this ink here, this paint, it's never going to be as good as the real thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So always make a palette. So you can see now this bit here, when you wet that, this is going to be your neutral palette
Okay.
for painting your owl.
Yeah.
See, look, now look at how these are all moving in together.
Look. Wow.
And you've got your warmer colours to your lighter, and all those will mix together. Now, that, then we haven't even started colour mixing yet.
No.
So, straight away, these neutral ones
Yeah.
are going to be used to colour the owl.
Of course.
They're going to be coloured the flowers, and then you're going to cut it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what we're going to do now. But I'm going
Exciting. Okay.
to have a little pause and
Yeah,
put the pencil back and then give you a little bit. And just breathe.
And breathe. Always good to breathe, isn't it? It's always a good idea. Yes, so do remember, of course, that what we've just seen just there is coming within the collection. So you are getting that full, amazing portrait collection. You're also getting, of course, all of those stamps, all of the accompanying dies, the accompanying sentiments that come with this. You've got that fabulous kind of swirl die. You've got all of the stencils as well. And you're getting 100 sheets of card that are coming with this as well. Always previously £119.99. We are down instead to £74.99. Now that makes it a better than half price deal and also £45 cheaper than it's ever been before. So an absolutely superb deal. Plus it's on split pay, so you can take it home for just over £35 as well, which is an absolute win-win, isn't it? We will come across as well, after we've done the demonstration, to the rocker blogs, to the kind of different pencils we've got as well. Everything's on the website, so if you'd like to shop ahead, because we've got so many amazing deals, then do that as well. Okay, next I'll pass back to you.
Right, okay, shall we start colouring in now? Yeah. So what I would do, I would start looking at the bigger colours and think which colours you want to pop out more, which ones do I want to be predominant. I love that pink. And I think I started with, you see now I should have assigned them. I think that was, it was azalea. So I'm going to colour this rosy colour here. So what I'm doing, I'm not colouring the whole flower in. This is the beauty with these pencils. What you do is you colour the base of the petal. So where the petal is sitting at the kind of where it's joined, where it's been stuck in, where it's glued into the other petals. And where one petal overlaps the other petal, and just put some colour there. It's the easiest form of watercolouring that you can get, because you're really putting the colour down dry and just chilling, just taking your time. It's all good. Just, you know, no hurry, no rush. And then when you've done all the dry bits, and you could do this, and then you can just sit in front of the TV if you want, and then just take your time and have a look. And then I might do a little bit, let's do this yellow, we haven't done that. Let's do this little flower here. Let's get a bit of yellow pop in there with that one, and get that one going like that. So a little bit of that in there, and I'm going to do that one yellow. So we see how I'm going full colour, full on. Gorgeous. And you know, then we can mix that as well if we want. I'm going to do a little bit of the, let me say, maybe that bluey colour, why not? Let's do that, this Aegean blue. Let's do these little flowers here. So just don't worry about, you're not like, you know when you're using oil or wax-based pencils, you use traditional colouring pencils, you've got to be really careful and colour it in, because that's the finished thing. That's what it's going to look like. With this, you're just putting the pigment down sort of where you want it to be. And then the brush is going to push it to where it's going to finish off being. And then let me do this paler pink. We'll do this one down here. Oh, let's do that big one, the paler pink. Let's do that one there. So I'm being quite generous and not being careful at all. And this is just the first layer. We can put more on here if we want later. And mix colours too. So we could make that yellow a peachy colour by adding some pink in it over the top in a minute. So we've got that, and then we can add a little bit of the green in there. So pop a little bit of this like that, and maybe a little bit at the bottom, and we'll leave the middle kind of clear for that larger leaf. So this is just, again, this is something you can do. It's not messy. You could do this in front of the TV on a lap tray.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's not gonna, it's not one of those things that's gonna end up all over the living room.
No.
And then really all you need is a bit of water after that. You can get rid of all the pencils, and even that's. So it's a case of, you know, again, it's a tidy colouring, watercolouring, which is not something I normally am. Tidy and tidy colouring. So I'm just going to use that mid-green for most of them, because I think that's a pretty green. That one, I want it to be the predominant green. And just picking that out, again, just putting quite a bit of pigment where I want it, because I want this to be a strong pop of colour. And then I may go and pop a little bit of that darker green. So just looking at this little blue flower there. Just here. And the darker green, there is a dark one, I saw that one, deep forest. So I'm going to pop a little bit of that. Now, what that should do is just shade these ones a little bit, so that when I add the water, it'll give it a little bit of contour. And in fact, this one, I'm just going to do all of that more bluey kind of green there. I think that's a little bit of my owl, but I'll do that one a bit darker. And it's one of those things that, this is the bit that doesn't look great. It looks messy. It doesn't look fantastic. But when you get the water on this, that's when it all kind of gets nice and smoothed out. And that's when the fun starts, and it looks much better. So bear with. Don't get disheartened and think, oh no, I'm sure it shouldn't look like that. Yeah, it should. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. Exactly what we want.
Good. Right. I think I'm going to put a little something there. And I think let's see what we've got there. And then we can do a little bit of, I'm going to pop a little bit of the centre of this flower, just there and there. And I'm going to then pop a little bit of a pinky colour just in there as well. You know when I said I was maybe going to do that a peachy colour?
Yes,
So see what I've done? I've gone over with that pink.
Yeah, definitely.
So when blend that out now, it should be more peachy than yellow. Okay, now same brush again. Let's start with that one there. So not much water, almost dry brush, and then just little circles. See the colour pop? All those little pigment bursts and pops once you add the water.
So smooth, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, it really does just release all that colour. And that's when it really is just so satisfying.
Definitely, it's gorgeous.
It just, wow, look at, and again, it's something that you can just do. You can prepare, you can sit with your pencils, do all your placement of your colour, and then just get your water brush and then just pop that and just continue like that, like this, and just continue and just take your time, just have fun with it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just lovely. And, you know, I think you can just see the size of those images as well. It's not that often that we get stamp sets, of course, of this size, to be honest, which is just brilliant. That's why it's so good to have the matching die as well, so it's easy to cut out and get that perfection.
Absolutely. So if you scrapbook, if you journal, if you want to pop them in a frame, pop them and sell them, full angel policy.
Yeah, perfect.
So again, and you know what the big important thing is? Pigment. These are pigment. You know, always you hear me talking about dye versus pigment colouring products. And it's so important. So dye colouring products are for cards, temporary things, things that are more disposable, that are going to stay in a book, not for wall art. If you're going to sell wall art, you need pigment, okay? Because the light will absolutely fade them. Okay, these are pigment. So this is the kind of thing you want to do if you want to pop these in a frame and sell them. Okay. So bear that.
That'd look amazing, just in a frame.
So now what you can do, one little extra thing. See if I want to make that darker, that little flower a bit more intense. Don't go straight over the top when it's still wet. But what I can do is I can scribble like this. And then I can also take this other colour, this darker colour like that. And what you're going to do is use it like a palette. So then I can pick up the colour like that and then pop that on there. Now look at how much more intense that is. And you can just literally place it where you want it. And honestly, guys, if you've got young ones in the house, get them these colouring products, because this is how they'll learn how to colour. Never learn how to colour if you get them really in poor quality colouring products, because they just won't. They'll get frustrated and they'll think, "What's wrong with me? I can't do it." As would anybody.
Of course.
You know, I couldn't use inferior quality colouring products because they just don't do it.
No.
It's not a
well, the finish looks so much better, doesn't it, when you've got that top quality product?
It just won't work. You know, you just can't. Bad brushes, bad colouring products. just won't do it. So you can see how that, and then we'll move on to colouring the owl.
Yeah, absolutely. We are at a point now where over a quarter of the stock has gone that has been allocated at this price. A few of you have asked, have we got the bundle minus the cardstock and minus the pencils? We have, so I can bring that to you as well. So this is where you're going to get everything that's there. So you are going to get all of the stamp and die sets that will of course be coming to you. You will also get your stencils as well, of course, so it's just without those other two that we've actually got as well. Now, a really good opportunity actually on these to be able to get them as well. So your stamps, your dies and your stencils that you can see. And we are again going to bring this down to a really, really good price, but there is only 50 chances to be able to get this. Now, originally, the price that we went to for this was £114. So again, very popular, superb price to be able to get this. We would like to go quite a lot lower. Again, should we do this? There's two options to be able to get this. Let's get straight down to the price on this. I've just realised it's on triple split pay, which it shouldn't be, but fantastic, which means we're going to go to £62.99. So if you are thinking, well, actually, I want to be able to get all of the stamp and die sets, and I want to get the 8x8 stencil set, but you're not wanting the white cardstock or the pencils, then you can get this. And it is on triple split pay today, which actually means that you can take this home for just under £20 today, just over £20 today to be able to get all of them. But when you think about it, for just an extra £12, okay, just another £12, you're actually going to be looking at getting the full set of pens. So it basically makes your pens half price and you're getting this completely for free. So it's just £12 extra for both of those to go for the full bonus bundle. But if you just want that smaller bundle, then you can absolutely do that. So it's really up to you completely in terms of what you'd like to do. Now, I want to quickly mention the rocker blocks as well, because obviously we saw Sheila using these. And we have got the 2 sets of the rocker blocks, I believe, that are available for you to be able to get. Oh, actually, do you know what? We'll bring them all to you in a bundle, even better. So that does mean that you're going to get 6 rocker blocks. You can see you've got all the different sizes. So from that really big one that we saw Sheena using, right down to the little ones that you see in there that are kind of great for, say, postage stamps, things like that we've got as well. And you said they're your go-to, aren't they? You're still your favourites, the rocker
They are. You know what? That would be my pick-up first thing. And if it doesn't work, then I'll go to something else, because they're easy to use. They'll sit on the desk. They're small. They're light. And I should just use that largest one out, because, you know, even the largest one will do the smallest stamp.
Right, perfect.
Well.
Okay. So it's very easy to take with you then on the go as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
£19.98, that's the price that it should be. It should be just under a tenner for each of those packs. But we're going to do you, again, an amazing deal price, so you can get all of these together in a bundle, half price. So it's a buy one, get one free opportunity for you. We all love a freebie, don't you? So an amazing, amazing chance. I mean, if you're only looking for certain sizes, keep one for yourself, give one to a friend. It's completely up to you. But a lovely half price deal to be able to get all of those sizes. So 6 rocker blocks here, right from that really big one down to that small little one that you might just be wanting to pop into your bag as well. Do have less than 25 chances on this now available though, so we are limited on availability at this price at £9.99. So massive, massive well done if you've managed to get those also. Then the pencils, of course, that we've been mentioning and talking about. If you want to get them individually, you can do. So say if you were thinking, well, actually, I just want to get that portrait collection. I didn't want to go for the full collection, but I want to get these that I've been seeing Sheena just working with. Then this is your chance and your opportunity to be able to get it. They're absolutely fabulous. Like we saw on them sort of swashes, the amount of colours that you're actually getting is just superb. And we are going to do them all on individual prices, and then we will do a full bundle deal as well. So if you want them individually, £24.99. We then have the landscape collection also. Would you sort of feel that it's best to have them all in your collections, that you've got all that amazing?
Well, none of them are repeated. So none of them will be repeated. And then you've got the full story. And when you get them on a great deal, then absolutely get them. Definitely.
Yeah, superb. I mean, when you think then you'd be getting almost 75 pence.
Absolutely, definitely.
You can see all the colours of that one just on the back just there, what you're going to get. So that's your landscape collection. And then finally, we've got your essential collections. That's where it's got your rubies, your grapefruits, you know, your reds there. We've got your clarets, you're coming down into your blues, your maroons as well. It's then got a lovely mix of greens lines that we're seeing in that. Oh, that one wants to jump out. Of course it does. Says, see ya. So I open them up. So once again, all of those you can get for £24.99. But we are going to do a deal, so if you would like to get all of them, remember, as Sheena just said, none of them are replicated, so it does mean that you're getting 24 in each of those sets that are different to the other. £74.97, that is the price it should be. We're going to bring in a clock, and instead we are going to take these down to a lower price point for you to be able to get them today. I feel like if you got these as a gift as well, you'd just be blown away.
Honestly, they're a fabulous gift. And as I said, if you've got any youngsters who are just, you know, just coming up to their teens or younger than that, give them a chance to know if they're good at art. Give them something that's going to allow them to find out if they're good or not. And you know, if you're going to if you've got the bundle and you're going to double up on the maybe you've got the collection with the portrait. Gift the portrait one.
Yes, really, really good idea. Straight down on this, so we're going to go here, £47.99. So it basically means you're getting one of them completely for free, and then you're getting part of another set discounted as well. So a really, really good deal at £47.99 to be able to get that.
Really are really nice pencils to use, and it also gets you more confident if you want to try watercolours, because that is it. Because I know a lot of people are used to using, you know, they got into colouring using alcohol, like you know, solvent, like the illustrators.
Yes, definitely.
And then realise how easy it is to use a water-based colouring
because
product.
Sometimes people can be a little bit scared, can't they, when you mention watercolouring?
And that would be the next step, I would say, before watercolours, watercolour pencils.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. And especially at these fabulous deal prices that you have got with these today. So if you want all three of them, £47.99. Just want to also mention one other set that we actually have of your colours, which is your colour blends. So what's different with these?
Right, so those ones aren't water soluble.
Yes, okay.
Those ones are wax or oil based.
Do you want? Have you got a set? Do you want me to
have a try?
Yeah, is that all right?
And do you have a piece of craft card?
Yes, I do, of course.
So these ones are the ones that these look great on. First of all, what you need to make these work is a textured card. Okay. Because it's not the binder in there that makes them stick to the card like the watercolour. It's the actual surface of the card that the product inside here gets caught in the card. Does that make sense? So let me show you how that works. So if we take these three colours here, what you need is a card with a tooth, but also a card that's got a little bit of colour, looks amazing. So craft card, there's some amazing samples. It looks so good. If you, on my Inkettes page, for example, on the Facebook page, Sheena's Inkettes, my team have done some fabulous samples of colouring on craft card using pencils. Brilliant. And it looks incredible.
Well, white
so
looks
if you
amazing
look at the white on the craft card, look at how that shows up. And then what you do is you then go into maybe a yellow, but look at how that yellow into the white. Look, I'm blending now that into the white and just using circular movements. And then moving that across now. So then I'm leaving a little bit of a transition with that one. So we've gone from white to this gorgeous, sunny, gorgeous colour here. Move it out a little bit less on there, and then I'm going to come in with this red, and then again look at that. Now, if you have an inferior quality pencil, it will not work on coloured card like this. It'll just not have that opacity to pop like this.
Is that so vivid, isn't it?
That's what you need. You need to be able to see that pop of colour, or it just doesn't work. It doesn't have the impact. It doesn't have the wow factor. It doesn't give you that wowzer look like that. And that's what you do, and that's how these guys work. And if you want, you can use a solvent blending, like an odorless blending solution. Crafters Companion do one. And you can use like a paper stump and blend it with that, or a cotton bud, or and that breaks down the oil and it'll blend it for you. The traditional way is to do what I'm just doing, and this is called burnishing. So eventually, when you keep going like this, what happens is the tooth in that card eventually gets filled So, you know, if you imagine, if you look across the card and it's like ziggy-zaggy like this, like one of those boop, boop, heart rate monitor, boop, 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 like that. Eventually, what you're doing is you're filling in that and you're filling it in and filling it in. And then it levels out and there's nowhere else for this to go. So that's what's happening now. And what will happen is it'll get a slight sheen on it. And then you know that there's nowhere else for that pencil to go now. And you've burnished it. And that's what is, years ago in the 80s, I did art classes in university in California.
Oh, wow.
And I did a full-on portrait using this kind of pencil of the little girl. And I'm going to have to find that and post it on the page.
Definitely do.
Because that was when I learned really what these could do. Because up until that point, I thought, maybe like a lot of you, that they were just naive kind of colouring in what kids did. And they're so
then you realise the difference of that. Now, we are going to do something really, really special with the price on these as well. So you have got 24, once again, in terms of your colours that you're seeing with your Spectrum Noir with this set, with your colour blends, but we are not going to do anywhere near to the price you normally see them at. So we're not going to do that £24.99 price. We are going to give you that opportunity to take advantage of using these, of gifting these to other people as well, and really being able to get the chance to use this kind of top quality that we have, because we're going to half the price, which just seems unreal on something like this. We don't need to. These always sell absolutely amazingly at £24.99, but £12.49.
Silly. Honestly, silly. Please, please, if you've got any young'uns, get these for them. Just get them for you or yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
You saw, look at that card. You honestly, that I wouldn't even dream of trying that on camera.
No.
I didn't have confidence in those pencils. You honestly, you would be stupid because it would just fail.
Just not look.
Anti-cell. You would just rubbish. You can't fake that.
No.
That's what you want, guys. You see how it was soft? There's no etching into that card again? And you can clearly see the thing. Just pop them in your basket, honestly. Even if you're saving them for Christmas, birthdays, whatever.
100%. I mean, at £12.49, it's worth saving them for Christmas.
It's just a pop in your basket.
Coming up to almost a quarter of the stock having been allocated. So within these, they're all 24. You've got your poppy, you've got your raspberry colours, you've got your peach, your nectarines that we can see. You've got your canaries, your lemongrass, you've got that lovely kind of greens, the grass and the shamrock that moves into the alpines, those darker greens. We've then got your seafoam, your denim blues, your petrol blues, your twilight blues, there's your blackberries, so your deep purples and your mauves and your fireworks that you can see there as well. Then there's like them sort of lighter browns, so your saddle brown going into your creams and your pebbles, so your essential colours really there.
Is there a black and a white in there as well?
And a black and a white.
Right, you've got everything. You've got literally the full colour spectrum. Just know that primaries, yellows, different yellows, yes. Reds, different reds, yes. Blues, different blues, yes. And then all your neutrals in there. You've got everything covered. You've got your secondary colours, tertiary colours. You've got everything in that one. It's the ideal set. If you one set to rule them all. That's the set.
A lot of people multi-buying as well. Half the stock has gone now. I'd be doing the same, because if you buy two, it's buy one get one free anyway, isn't it? So you're only paying the price for one.
It's just honestly, get them, guys. Just trust me, please.
Yeah. There's a reason there's special collection. Bit of a wait on the phone lines. You will be answered next. Sylvia, Caroline, New Crafters, Pauline, Cecilia and Elizabeth, Audrey, Candice, North Yorkshire, West Sussex, who we've got there. You've got to be checking out if you want to get these, because we are looking now at 2/3 of the stock having been allocated. It's a silly price, isn't it? It's a price that really shouldn't happen on something as popular as this. It has happened. Jean getting two there, well done to you, and Rachel getting two sets also. You've got that opportunity right now, but only while stock's left. There is more of you now with this sitting in your basket than we have availability. So it's going to be the first people to either check out on the phone lines or on the web that will manage to get it. So well done if that is yours. There's just one other thing as well that we have got on the show, which is at a fantastic price, which is the stamp cleaning station and the solution.
I love this. I didn't even know this
really
existed until just like just a few months back. And
really?
It was like, genius. You need it if you're a stamper, and if you're a messy stamper like me, you're super easy.
Definitely, and it's so easy to use. Now, the actual stamp cleaning station is usually £15 on its own. Wait until you see the price that you're going to get for both of them, because we're actually going to do a better price for both than what that would normally cost on its own.
Okay,
yeah.
right.
It's really good. Do you know what I love about this as well? Is it actually has all the instructions just stuck on the back. So if you are gifting it, then nobody can go wrong with it, really.
And you know what? Sometimes you don't know what to buy, a crafty friend. and that you could buy, because it's not like a taste thing. It's not like, oh, do they like that style, do they like that design? It's a tool.
Yes, yeah.
So
exactly. And you've got your little arrows there, as you can say, which tell you kind of where to use to clean and where to use to dry. And you basically use your stamp cleaning solution that you're seeing here to just spray onto the clean side that you've got just there. And then once you've actually got that directly sprayed on, you'll then obviously put your little stamp in, you'll kind of give that a little wipe, a little scrub, then dry the stamp, and then it will be clean. That's how easy it literally is.
You just jiggle it back and forward on the cotton, and it's just the right amount of abrasive.
Yes.
So, you know, sometimes you think you want to clean your stamps and it's like, you know what? Baby wipes. We've all been there, done that. Baby wipes have got like a skin softener. They can leave a residue on your stamps.
Yes.
And it can then repel a water-based ink. It can leave something on there, and it also doesn't get the you know, the tricky ink toss sometimes. Now, this has been designed and formulated by a stamp manufacturer, Crafter's Companion. They need it to be spot on, and they need it to work and not damage the stamps at the same time. So everything has been very, very carefully tested, guys.
Definitely. So yes, so we do know that this is £15, usually £14.99 on its own, okay? So would you like us to go to a better price than what that is normally on its own, yeah? How about us saying, would you like that for a £5? Yeah, so you can get this and you can have that for a £5. So normally for £9.98 you couldn't even get the stamping station. Instead, you're getting all of it. Now, just over a month ago we had this on, it completely sold out. So we have been able to bring it back at that amazing, amazing deal that we had just over a month ago. We're matching that price, £9.98. I mean, if you'd have gone £14.99, so we were paying for that and getting that for free,
I would have thought more than one, because that bottom bit, you know, when it gets dirty, it comes out and you clean it, so you wash it. That bottom bit you take out, it's going to get filthy. I mean, seriously, seriously dirty, right? It's where you're using black ink. You take it out, you wash it in the sink with a bit of soap, like you know, like your dishwashing soap. Wash it, rinse it, let it dry. You can have your other one working while that one's drying. Yes, of course. At that price. And then you've got another solution there as well, which is, if that's, how much is it to replenish the solution? Yeah, because that's the consumable anyway. Yeah, absolutely. So it's not silly to have to. Sometimes people say, have another one, you go, yeah, not likely. But you could, it is actually something that you would have to. Definitely. It's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, if you bought two, you'd be paying what it should be for the price of just one, because it should be £20, but you'd be getting double the amount, which is really good. It's a really, really good idea, because again, if you travel and you craft with somebody, you can clean them immediately and keep it tidy. Yeah, definitely. So it's a really super one to have, really easy, and of course it comes packaged gorgeously as well. So £9.98, again, waits on the phone lines for that. Not a surprise at that sort of price point that we've got. Now, just need to do you a reminder of the main bundle, of course, that we have here for you today. The amount that you are getting in this is absolutely massive. We have got all the individuals available, which I will just, we will just pop onto the web for you as well. So, for example, if you are looking and you were thinking, I just really want the snail, really love that snail with the flowers, then you can, of course, just go on and get that, or the owl that we were just working with, or it might be that you're thinking, well, I wanted the squirrel or the mouse or the fox, whatever it might be. But you are getting all of those incredible stamp and die sets, okay? You are also getting that portrait collection of the AquaBlend pencils. You're getting 100 sheets of your cardstock, your white cardstock that we're seeing there. And you are getting your stencil set also. So there is an absolutely amazing, amazing amount that you're actually seeing. Altogether, we are talking 7 stamp and die sets, and then we're talking your 8x8 stencil set. Then we have got 24 of your coloured pencils, and we have got 100 sheets of your cardstock. Oh, I've just spotted the split pay. It's on a 3-way. 3-way? It was only 2, but it's gone to 3. It's gone to 3. I like it. Oh, even better. Nice. So that now means you can take this whole collection home for the price of the pencils, £24.99. I like it. That's it. Well, you see, it's really good, isn't it? Yeah, around, it just improves. Exactly. Oh
my. So previously, this has been on at £119.99, okay? That's the only price we've seen this full bundle at. We've taken £45 off of it today. So that is an absolutely amazing amount that's come off of it. It should be £158.90, so you are looking at a better than half price deal to be able to get this. Did you want to have another flick through the boards? Just
do you want to do some more samples?
Yes, and some more samples. That'd be superb.
What are both the samples? What would you like?
Do you want to see samples? Should we do samples? We're not seeing them yet.
Let me show you some samples then. Right.
Yeah, why not?
So let me show you. So we've got, there's that. Look at that. So again, look at this using the die outside of
isn't it?
The colour format there. Look, again, these little things there, you put them where you want them. That's your arrangement. You put them, or not there at all. Your call. Look at the background. Look at the background. Look at the stencils in the background. So if you want an inky metallic paint, your shimmery watercolour backgrounds with your ink, absolutely fabulous. Different sizes, square cards, different colourways. Then we've got the scroll there with a different format card, different colours again, different. Use your pens, whatever you want. Your pencils.
I like that sentiment as well. You're my kind of nuts.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Oh, I have to say they were a little bit cheesy. Some of the things. Good slimes ahead.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say? Yeah. And then look at this. Look at the blingy. Look at how blingy really Brian is here. Get your little glitter glue on there. Yeah. Go Brian. And then we've got this little foxy guy here. So again, smaller format, DL size, going to fit on there. Oh, look at that. More natural colours.
Just how real they look as well, don't they? But then with the florals to just kind of make it so different to anything else I've seen.
And you would think that was a board backing paper, would you not? You think that was a backing paper that you had purchased to go with the whole thing. No, everything in this set is there for you to create that, to make it yourself. And look at how pretty that is. Really very spring-like,
isn't it? Yeah, with the daisies.
Really good for Easter, that one.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
And then you've got your the owl there, the wise owl, different format again. And, you can even stencil with your pencils, with a bit of glycerin. Yeah, we'll do that.
That one with the acetate,
that's
nice.
More Facebook Lives and things now that I've finally got moved from one location to the next. So yeah, just check out, we'll do all those things. But look, a bit of acetate.
Yeah, really nice having that,
and
isn't it?
then, again, another fabulous, look at that, it's embossed and dry embossed. So put that through your embossing machine. Yeah, Gemini. Too, and then an inked as well. So ink it, then dry emboss it. So that's got loads of texture there. And again, that's only possible because of the thickness, the weight, the quality of the stencils that are included.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I just love the size of them, I have to say. I think, the fact that you're getting such kind of large stamps that are, without a doubt, centerpieces, aren't they, for every single card? Or you can cut into them and kind of cut some of the florals out if you want to. It's totally up to you. But today, £45 lower than it's ever been. So we've never been close to this price point before. It is a better than half price deal from the actual price it should have been if we were not at a deal price at all, which is absolutely fabulous. And we've just managed to sneak a 3-way split pay onto this instead of a 2 as well, which means you're actually getting it for £24.99. Loads of you still with this in your basket. So Jane and Rona and Cecilia and Amanda and Lynn and Pam and Oriana and Janet, ensure that you are, of course, checking out if you want to get this, because it is that deal price for today. I would expect going forward it will go back up to that £119, which is where it's always sold, of course, really, really well as well. So massive, massive well done for managing to jump in and get that, because it is a superb collection. The other way to get this is to be able to get it minus the card and minus the pencils. So if you're thinking, well, actually, I just want the stencils and I want the dies and the stamps and the sentiments, then that is what you have got, of course, here. So just doesn't include that, but it is everything else in this collection. Again, we've got that down as low as possible. It's previously been £114.99. We've taken it down to 62, so you have got another amazing, well, £52 saving on this one. And that does mean on split pay, it's £20.99. So it's just about whether you want everything or whether you're thinking, well, actually, I don't need the cardstock or the pencils right now. I'll just go for that. Either way, I think it's a superb price, isn't it?
That looks, it's such a vast, huge, it's one of the largest sets I've designed, because there's a lot of dies, stamps, it's got stencils, it's just a huge, huge collection. And so, yeah, for that, 62 for the whole
I
set.
know.
Would you like to see the boards again, or would you like to see a demonstration? Have we got time for anything?
Yeah, let's do a little
demo.
Yeah,
Shall we do that thing?
Yeah.
I was talking about the stenciling with the
Yes,
pencils.
okay. Yeah,
So I've got just a quick one. Just I've got some card here, and I've got the watercolour card. I'm just anchoring it down there onto with a bit of tape.
Super.
And I have got this stencil here, the swirls and the dots.
Yeah, great.
And so what we'll do is we'll let me tape that down a little bit there. Let's do a bit of a swirl there and just anchor that down. Now what I've done is I've scribbled some colour on a piece of card, and I'm going to take some water and I'm going to take some glycerin and an applicator. So let me get through that. Oh, they haven't got any ink on them. They look like they have, but they've actually stained. They're stained, I'm trying to find ones that are close. I'm sure, like you, they're just like get close to the colour. And then a greeny-ish one. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the let's start with the purple, and I'm going to wet this. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glycerin on there. So wet it first and then mix the glycerin in with it. So you've mixed like a portion. And then I'm going to take my applicator like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and stencil through. Who would have thunk that you could do that with pencil? That is just...
It's just so clever how it picks up the ink, isn't it?
Well, yeah, this is me just experimenting and not getting out much, you see. This is not something that is kind of a widespread kind of like a technique that is out there, but this is me thinking, well, why not? And exactly that. If it works, let's do it. So water first, right? A little bit of water. And then a little bit of glycerin. Because what the glycerin does, it thickens this up so that it slows down the drying time. So if it was just water, it would be too thin and it wouldn't slide across the surface of this. So it would just grab, So we're going from the purple to the pink now.
It shows how many uses you can get out of your pencils as
well.
Well,
this is what I think of. Exactly. So, you know, if you're just starting to build up your collection, it's nice to be able to say that, okay, I can do so much more with what I've got. I had no idea that, you know, I can do this much with it. Which, again, I love, because I think as a crafter, it's nice to never use that kind of frugal kind of head, you know. We always want to kind of do something that's low cost or very little cost or cost free, and make discoveries like that. I do anyway. Makes me happy. So then what you've got when we do that is a really pretty wow, look at that swirl.
Beautiful, isn't it?
With pencil.
Pencil. And that never ever looks like you've used pencils, does it?
Well, exactly. That shouldn't be. And then what you can do is, if you want to do a different colour way, we can use maybe blues. And teals and things.
Oh, I like that colour. Love a turquoise.
And instead of, this is not intended to just be used as it is necessarily. It's used because we would layer it up. I'm using it literally just as it's laid down, just for time. But you would like lift it up, move it around and things. But again, just for time, we're not going to do that. But let's just maybe pop those ones there. And add a little bit of water like this. So just a touch of water just to get it, loosen up the pigment. Little bit of the glycerin, mix it, get it smooshed in together. And then your applicator. And then you can just start doing your little orbs and things. So these won't really pale. We want these to just look very ethereal. And wispy, kind of ghostly kind of little things going on. And then we can, and what happens is if you just use the glycerin, it doesn't like unsettle this colour properly. So you do need a little bit of the water first to get that loosened up a little bit. And then just a little bit of colour here and there. And then you can see how you've got that.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
How pretty. So don't think the pencils are just for your traditional stamping and colouring. And you can see how this guy, if you cut that out, we colour him in. We'll put the dye over it, cut him out, finish colouring it.
Definitely.
And you've got everything perfectly coordinated
Yeah,
because it
isn't it
literally
just?
is from the same palette, and that palette is
Fantastic.
the set of pencils you're going to get with that bundle.
Yeah, oh, it's amazing, it really is. Over a third of the stock has now gone. Hayley, Susan, Jane, all doing as well. Well done if you do manage to get this. It is by far £45 lower than we've ever seen this bundle before. It's for you to get everything that you can see just there, and it's on a split way pay. It's triple way, so if you do want that, that's £25 a month. So you can actually take all of that home for the price of just the pencils today. Right, we're back with a completely different show at 4 o'clock, aren't we? Which is fantastic, but it is continuing in terms of deals, deals, deals. Remember, of course, in this show, we had the rocker blocks at a great price. We obviously had the other pencils at a great price, the special collection as well. We've got the stamp cleaning station, which is better than just the stamp cleaning station price-wise on its own. So do check on the website because there is so many spectacular chances, and we've put the 4 o'clock hour on there if you would like to shop ahead, because of course everybody pays the same low price, which is absolutely superb. Now, we have got so much more coming up for you, of course, today, so don't go anywhere. I'll be back with Pearlywinks in a moment. We've got so much to share with you. Simon will be with me next.
After a busy Christmas delivering all your crafty presents, Santa is having some well-deserved rest and relaxation.
Well, wake up, Santa! Hobbymaker's having Christmas in June. From the 13th of June, Hobbymaker is bringing you the festive cheer with new launches from American Crafts, Himi, Sizzix, Paper Dynamics, a Carnation Crafts exclusive die, plus 10 new launches from Hunky Dory, including the highly anticipated Blockbuster. All this and more awaits you for Christmas in June on Hobbymaker.
Are you having trouble finding the perfect gift? Then why not treat them to the new gift card from Hobbymaker at hobbymaker.co.uk. Simply scroll down to the bottom where it says gift cards, click and you'll be taken to the right place. Decide between posting the card or delivery by email, and then decide how much you want to add. You choose the value. So what do you get the crafter that's got everything? Why not treat yourself or them to the Hobbymaker gift card?
Did you know at Hobbymaker that on various products we offer split pay? That means on certain items you can spread the cost over 2, 3, 4 or sometimes even 5 interest-free monthly payments. Just pay the first instalment when you purchase and you're away. So shop your way with split pay.
Every day our experts will bring you a wealth of knowledge. They'll take you through the steps of making projects, and we feature fabulous tips along the way. Whether you're new to crafting or a seasoned pro, you are sure to learn something new. We are live every day from 1 PM to 8 PM, and you can also watch back all of the demonstrations featured on the show on our YouTube channel.
Here at Hobbymaker, we only charge 1 P&P throughout the day. You can add as many items to your basket and checkout and still only be charged once. Once you've checked out the first time and want to order again, you simply add the item to the basket and click on the Combine Order button. Shopping made easy at Hobbymaker.
Hello. We are back. Welcome to the show. Are you okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yes, good. Very good. So we've got something completely brand new today from Pearlywinks. These are fantastic, these stencils.
Yeah, they're lovely. And I think it's going to be the last ones in this collection we've brought. I think this is the 5th one now.
Oh, right, yeah.
In this sort of style.
Yes.
So I think this is the last one set that we're going to be bringing in this style.
So then you'll have sort of completed that, and then it'll be about looking for something new as well. So we'll have a look at them. Now, what you can do is you can get get them all individually if you would like to, okay? We have popped absolutely everything onto the website for you as well that's going to be coming up in this show. So we know that generally a lot of people like to shop ahead, so it's well worth just kind of jumping on, having a little look at what's there and then deciding what you'd like to get, because you'll still get the same low price. Now, we'll have a little look at the stencils that you can see just there as well, and then I will, of course, show you through all of the samples that you can actually see what they are going to create as well. Now, for people who might be sort of looking at the website and seeing where it says Rotation Stencil Collection, what does that mean exactly? Is that the way you sort of use the stencils?
Yeah, so a rotation stencil is basically a layering stencil, but all in one.
Okay, perfect.
I'm quite hopeless with layering stencils because they usually come with quite a few different stencils.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
And if you lose one,
can't do it anymore.
Stuck.
Yeah.
So the rotation stencils, put everything onto the one stencil, and all you do is you rotate it.
Okay.
With this collection, and I think with the last collection, the masks that you get with them do have the black bit in the eye, so it is only basically 2 pieces.
Yes,
Just keep it in the bag so that they're together.
Yes, so you've actually got those. So very, very easy to use, which I think is what generally everybody wants as well. So let's have a little look through each of these individual. They've all got little names as well. I think they're lovely. Now, this is Florence Flamingo that we've got just here. So many people, my mum, her favourite animal is the flamingo. So this would be the one that she'd be like, I need that. It's just so cute. And I think what's so lovely about all of these is the fact that they could kind of go across any occasion, I feel, you know, any age group as well, which is really nice.
Yeah, they're really cute, and as you say, they are open to any age group. Our daughter loves flamingos, she loves the next one as well.
Yeah.
So they are across the board. They can go from birth up to adults.
Definitely. So that's Sandy Sloth that we can see just there as well. Something to really make you smile, I think, with that one. Then we have as well Kenneth Koala. I love the names. Kenneth. So you can see him just there that we can see. Really nice, actually, with that kind of background and then the holographic leaves that we can see. We are kicking off, of course, sort of like our Christmas this week. So that would be something that you don't need to use for Christmas, but you could do if you wanted, which is Paloma Penguin. So it's nice to kind of get bits ahead of that also. Then we have got, and this is really lovely, Pablo Panda. But you've also done something totally different there as well, of course, with Pablo Panda, where we can see it on MDF also.
Yes, and I've used the background stencil, sorry, the MDF shape for that one.
Yes, which we're going to be coming to shortly as well for you to be able to get. So that's your panda one. Then we have got your Keith kangaroo that we can see just there as well. You can see that lovely sort of movement that we've got. A lot of fun, of course, within that design that we can see also. So that is your Keith kangaroo. Then we'll come across to Ralph Red Panda. So it's a big, big collection that you actually get in the amount of these that you can actually see as well. This one might actually be my favourite, Sinbad Seal.
Sinbad Seal.
Yeah.
And Donna's actually put it, for anyone that doesn't know, it's sealed with a love and kiss.
Yes. I used to always write that when I was little. I forgot actually about that. Yeah, exactly. Sealed with a loving kiss. And then we've also got your Peri Platypus also. So all of those are available for you to be able to get, okay? And then on top of that, you've got the scenery stencil also that's actually going to come with this as well. So you can see that scenery stencil just at the bottom there, where you're getting the leaves, the trees, you've got the moon shapes as well. So it just works perfectly to create those backgrounds, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And when I've put this together, when I've designed it, I've tried to incorporate things that could be used across the board. So the little bit on the bottom there, it can be used as a pond, it could be used as like a little ice shelf for the seal or the penguin to go on.
Yeah.
You've got the bamboo for the panda.
Definitely.
The night scenes, then you've got the leaves for the other animals and a little branch in case you want to pop one of them sitting on the branch.
Yeah, which it's just great. So it's all been thought about it. It means you can ground all of your scenes if you want to as well. Now, if you were buying them individually, you're looking at £12.99 at the price they should be. So that would be £129.90 for everything that you are getting. But there is a big saving today, isn't there, on this? So in 19 seconds, we are going to take that price straight down. We'll then have a look, of course, at how we put these together and a demonstration with them as well. But it does mean that you can get all of these. When you think all of these different animals can come to you today, if you just want one, jump on the web and get the one. But the very best way to get them is to go for all of them. Because instead of £129.90, wow, £69.99 instead. That is your price. So you are getting £60 taken straight off of the price for you to be able to get all of those lovely creations, but also you are getting that fabulous kind of background scene that can create the most brilliant opportunities. And that actually takes them down from £12.99 a stencil to £7 a stencil. That's so good, isn't it, for the sizes, the uses with these as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about the price of an A5 stencil, and these are a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, it's available on split pay, which is super, so you can actually take them all home if you want to for £34.99. Should we look at how to use one of them?
Yep.
Yeah?
Of course we can. So there's two ways that you can use them. Our preferred way is to use them with the multi-station, which is why we designed them with that way, why they've all got the little holes in.
Okie dokie, yeah, just to be able to pop on.
We've got the multi-station.
We have got it available,
I will go through that in a bit for you.
Okay, perfect.
So basically, the way that these work is you pop your stencil on
super.
in the prongs, and you just turn it like that. If you don't have this, and you've got a stamp press, lift that out, pop your card in the corner here, and butt this up against the corner, so you can still
turn it in the same way.
Turn it in that way.
Okay, perfect.
I did show it last time, but I think I showed a really difficult way, and I don't know why I didn't think just put it up into a corner
just put
or
it
something like that. So I'm going to start by popping my card down. I'm going to use some tape.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to make sure that's in the right place. I can see that I'm overhanging there, so I'm just going to pull my card down just slightly.
Great. Yeah, super.
So I'm going to grab my black dauber. Now, I've already got some ink on this, so I'm not going to put any more ink on because I don't want a black koala.
These are the most glamorous daubers I've ever seen. I love them.
Thank you. I did originally make them for myself, and then people started saying, why can't I get them from where can I get it? And I was just like, you know what? You won't want to make it.
But we'll show you those a bit later in the show as well.
So I've just added a little bit more ink.
Okay.
And I'm just going around the outside. Oops, I didn't take that down properly. And I'm just going around the outside. I don't want it to be too dark because the koalas are going to be... I'm going to be using different greys. If that one's too dark, this palette does have a lighter grey in it.
Perfect. Okie dokes. We have got all the ink palettes as well that we're going to share with you a bit later in the show. They're absolutely fabulous. All brand new for us to bring today.
Yes. Right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this around. So that's... Just let me grab my other piece.
Yeah.
And pop that on. Just going to turn that around. I've knocked it.
Line it up.
And then I'm just going to get a bit more black on my ink pad, and I'm just going darker just in these bits.
Okay.
So you don't need to worry about your shading or anything like that because everything is segmented off.
Yes,
for you.
Perfect. Yeah, it's not going to be in the wrong places, is it, or anything like that?
Then when I take that off, you'll see that it's got different tones on.
Yeah.
I did slip a little bit there.
It's okay.
Then, with the feet, because I want really dark feet, I'm going to go in with a blending brush.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull some ink up and just make it a little bit darker.
Yeah.
Again.
Awesome. The little footprints.
They're really cute, these as well.
Are.
And you can take elements, so you could make a really cute card just using the footprints of these. It could be like dog
absolutely.
prints or cat prints.
Oh yeah, great.
So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my mask in, and my mask's got the eyes and then the nose and then the mouth.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop it over the top, like so, and it covers it exactly where it needs to be. And then when I pop this in again, it's in exactly the right place.
I think that's the thing as well when you get good stencils like this that are kind of building it all up. You know, you look like you're an artist even if you're not, and you can't do anything like this because it's all been done for you, all the detail, which is just superb.
Yeah, and it's so simple to do. Here's one that I've already cut out. I've just popped some little lines in there to segment the toes. But it's really good, especially if you're going to be using different colours on different animals. So like on the sloth, for instance, there's loads of different browns, so it's segmented it off. So you don't dig into the next
100%
thing.
Yeah.
So I've already got one there that I've cut out.
Yeah.
Super. I'm sure nobody wants to see me colouring. And then I'm just going to bring in my scenery stencil. I'm just going to create a quick background.
Yeah, lovely.
For it. So on your scenery stencil, you get your masks as well.
Okay.
For these parts, you don't get it for the bamboo and you don't get it for that one, but the others you do get the masks. Also, we've etched into the side, so you can use the side then to create hills and things, which I'll be doing in my next demo.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab my green.
These feel very sort of travel friendly as well, these palettes, the size of them, that you'd be able to just sort of pop them in your bag, take them everywhere with you, which is super.
They're great, and because we've got one as well that's basically got all the different colours, the only colour we've not got in this one, which is the mix pack, is the black.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm just going to go in with a few different greens.
Yeah, brilliant.
Just on this one.
Great mix of greens, isn't it, in that one?
Yeah, and on the front of them, it does tell you what they're all called. I think there's about 50 different colours across the section, so I can't remember all the different names of them all. I know that one's cactus green.
Let's see if I can see the green one. So we've got cactus green, Puerto Rico, sea green, apple green, Earl's green, green mist and viridian as well. So nice little names that are all there.
Green, green, green. And then I'm just changing. I'm just going up the centre.
Yeah, it's a great stencil, this one.
If you want to pop your dauber or your blending brush across a couple of them to make your own greens up, you can.
Definitely.
And then all I've done is I've just gone between these ones with the smaller one as well, and I've gone in with a lighter green just so it puts that in the background rather than puts it at the very front. So it's really good if you want to sort of like do your foreground and your background because you've got all the different shades to do that.
Yeah, it's really great. Lovely.
Just to fill in all the spaces. I've just got one side left.
Super.
And then what I've done is I've sprayed over one with Diamond Pearl, which is in our next show. I'm really bad at getting the light, the sparkle to show.
Oh, I can see it though. Oh, that's fab.
So I've just spritzed over the top and I've backed that. And then I'm going to use some foam pads just to raise the koala off. So I'm just, before I do that, I'm just going to
give it a bit of shape.
Add a bit of shape.
Got lots of people asking as well just about the ink pads. They are there, they're on the website, but we will go through all the different kind of colours just after the demo as well. So yes, they will be coming next.
raise it on a couple of
super
foam pads. Pop it in the centre there. And then pop another one.
Yeah.
And there.
Ah, it's fun.
A little sentiment, which is one of Tracy Hayes, which was on the other day.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know if she's released that one yet.
I can't remember. I did a show the other day, but
that's the one that I've just done, and then that's a variation with the red panda, so they both
nice.
Work on there as well.
Wow. They're just, again, I mean, such superb sizes, but also it's kind of the features and how, you know, they don't feel flat, do they? Because of the way that all them stencils have created, you know, the paws and the ears and the eyes and everything like that.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to do it as a rotation stencil, because I think if we'd done it in a different way, I don't think it would have given the same effect.
Definitely. So just give you a quick reminder, everything you're getting within this collection. So you can see all of the characters just here that you get in. So you've got 9 cute stencils that you can get. Quite hard to choose your favourite, I think, within this as well. So you've got those. And then you also get, of course, what we've just seen being used just there, which is the scenery stencils that you've got as well. So all of that coming to you today, and we're almost at a half price deal. We're talking £60 saving being taken off for you to get everything. If you want them as individuals, they're on the website, but this is by far the best price to get them, where it takes them down to £7 each. Now, what I just want to share quickly with you next, before we talk about the ink pads, are your little characters that are made out of your plywood that we've got here as well. So they really are absolutely fabulous to be able to get this. We've already got quite a few people coming in on pre-order with these. So it's the same characters that you get on the plywood, is that correct?
They're exactly the same characters that are in the plywood. You also get a mobile hanger. I've done a sample over there. I've just used one part of it, so you could do 2 technically. And the MDF cutouts are the same size as the stencils as well, so you can use the stencils over the top to make sure that you get the colouring correct.
Yeah, so they work brilliantly and very easily together, but if you wanted them individually, I suppose you could do that as well and just colour them in if you wanted to. Really, really good then to be able to get this, because you're getting all 9 of the characters. We're actually going to go down to a lower price than £18, £12.99 that you're actually able to get these. That is all 9 of these, as well as those mobile hangings, so the fact that you could create 2 of what Simon has just done just there if you wanted to as well. And I just love that all of the detail is there actually etched onto these if you did want to colour them yourself, but if you want to use the stencils, then of course you can just pop them over the top as well.
Yeah, that's correct, and they are really easy to colour with or without the stencils.
They're super, aren't they? They're really. I'm thinking as well, I mean, like, great for a children's room, for example. I've got a 1-year-old, and I'm thinking, like, she'd absolutely love these kind of hung up and, you know, being able to look at it. Maybe it would keep her in bed. You never know, you know? Maybe it would help her to sleep. There might be hope. So, yeah, all of that today for £12.99. So if you do want to get those, then do, of course, take advantage. And as you can see, all the markings that are already there on them as well, if you wanted to use them individually to the stencils. Now, the ink pads, something very, very exciting that we've actually got just here for you to be able to bring. Now, we have got, so, yeah, I know, which one? I've got excited a minute. That was fine. Go to that one, yes. Let's go to the darks then first, because I was looking for the green. I was getting excited to tell you the names of the green. You'd put them all out beautifully for me as well, hadn't you? Right, so this is your darks that you've got here. So you can see the mix of colours that you're actually getting. So you've got your black, your misty morning, you've got your Rosette, your smoky, your sand dune, your patina and your taupe that you can see with this as well. And I think what I loved when I saw you using it is the fact that you've got them all small, and then you've got that one really large ink pad as well.
Yeah, so you've got the main ink pad, which is your biggest one.
There, yeah.
And it's the other colours will complement that one.
Perfect.
They'll all complement each other, to be fair. And I think it's the most usable colour, the one that you use mainly for your outline and stuff like that, is the bigger one.
Superb.
And then you've got all the smaller complementing colours as well.
Yeah.
When I've designed the labels for these as well, what I've done is just on the top there, I've actually popped the colours. So if you stack them like
you
that,
can see exactly to what you're going to.
You can see exactly what colour set you're going for.
Yeah, so all thought out, isn't it there? Now, just to show you as well, because you have done little sort of swatch sheets of these as well, haven't you? So you can actually see how the colours are once they're actually popped out and stamped out here as well. I always think it's great to see them like this because they always look slightly different, don't they, actually, as ink pads, but that's actually how they're going to look, which is a gorgeous mix.
So again, when I've done the labels for these, the big... I'll just pop that in there. Sorry. So the big one represents the big one, obviously, and then the smaller ones going from left to right would be if you turn your palette out.
Super, okay.
So this one's like your misty grey, which is that one.
Yeah,
and then,
moves the whole way across. Fantastic. So we are going to do deal price. We've got these all new for you today, and we are taking them down. I mean, such a brilliant price. £7.99. So you're looking at just over £1 an ink pad, which is such a brilliant... I mean, they're very juicy, aren't they, when you're using them as well?
They are, and they're really good as well. They are, you can emboss with them as well.
Okay, amazing.
So they're not just normal ink pads. I've been painting with them as well. So you could basically use them as an ink palette as well as a paint palette.
Yes, which is absolutely super. A really, really easy one, of course, to take on the go with you as well, with it being in these really lovely little sets that we can see there. So brilliant price at £7.99. And I feel very much like this is sort of your essential kind of colours that we've got there. They're the ones that you use so often.
Yeah.
And I also, I suppose, for somebody who might not have used ink pads before, it could be a great starter set.
Yeah, definitely. And if you did want to stamp with the smaller ones, you could either use a small dauber, or what I tend to do with my smaller ones is I will, just let me find the right colour, I'll dab and then dab onto it, just so I'm not cross-contaminating. Or what you can do is, if you wanted like an ombre effect, you can sort of like dab across too, and it gives a beautiful blend as well.
Really good idea. Yeah, so that's a way to be able to use them. Now, this next one that we're going to come across to, look how bright this is. These are your rainbow colours. Can I just pop it onto the, should we pop it onto the overhead? And we can probably see it actually just there. So we'll just pop it just there for you. So they're just fabulous. I mean, that's happy to me right there, isn't it, within that?
And when we chose this particular palette, what we wanted was a bit of everything. So you've got your primary colours there, you've got your red, you've got your blue, you've got your yellow. And then you've also got your orange, green, purple, and a brown there as well. So you've basically got everything you need. The only thing you've not got in there is a black.
Yes, okay.
You've got all of your other colours. You can mix them as well. So if you're painting with them, you can mix them. Obviously not on the palette, off the pallet's best. And you will be able to, so if you wanted, say, a green, you could put your yellow down and then paint over it with the blue, which will create green. But we've got a green there anyway.
Yeah, so exactly. So you probably wouldn't need to. But you can if you want to do a slightly different tone or anything like that. And so vibrant. And again, only £7.99 for you to be able to take this. So that is set 2 that we've got. Moving across to set 3, which is your blues that we've got here on this one as well, which is superb. So let's just pop that up. And you can see this one, very, very limited, I will let you know. We have actually only got 9 chances to be able to take advantage of this one. And there is a slight extended dispatch, is there, on these ones? Yeah, it's not long, is it? So we've got that just there as well. I love the kind of differences of blues as well.
Yeah, so there's all sorts of different blues. You've got your bright blues, you've got your pale blues, you've got your sea blues, and I like this one down here.
Yeah, really different, isn't it?
Grey blue type, so that'd be good for like your mist.
Yes, definitely, Create your
so there's loads of different things. I've used this one. My blues in there, which is going to be my next demo.
Lovely.
So it is a really nice palette as well. And as I say, all the colours do complement one another.
Definitely. And blue's the most popular colour in the world. I thought I was quite, individual having blue's my favourite colour. Turns out, it's the world's favourite colour. So there we are. Then set 4, let's come across to this one then for you as well, which is where you're getting your browns that you can see with this. So you've got that large kind of main palette, and then you've got the 6 slightly smaller ones that we can see there as well. Really, really superb. I mean, for people who are doing nature scenes or anything like that, or animals like we're seeing with some of the stencils, perfect for that. Yeah, so this one's perfect for like your animals and things like that, as you say. Donna's used this on that. She's got a lot of the different browns. A lot of the animals in this collection do use the browns. So it's perfect for
for that set. So if you are getting the stencils and you are going to choose an ink pad, this is the one to go for with the stencils.
Definitely. Then moving across to your purples. If you love your purples, you've got a lovely mix of purple actually within this as well. I love these colours that we can actually see on that one as well. Really nice, isn't it? Wow, so your fuchsia, your lily, you've got your royal heath, your claret, your lilac, your blue gem and your Cessoir. Very, very limited on this one as well. We've only got 10 final chances for you to be able to get this. So if it's the purples you're looking for, be very quick. All of them matching on price at £7.99. So very affordable for you to be able to get these home and actually try them as well to kind of, I mean, we saw the pigment, we saw the quality of them when you're using them, but I think people are really going to enjoy using them when they get them home.
Yeah, and I think this colour, this set is perfect for like your flowers, and you can get some beautiful ombres off this one, going across your purples, so your, like your lighter purples, your lily and your lilac.
Yeah. Then pinks we can come to as well. So we've got your very sort of feminine tones, but almost neons and kind of bright colours that we've got in this as well.
Yep, and we do actually have a neon in this one.
Yeah, look.
So we've got a lovely neon pink there, which is really, really bright. So you've got your Tickle Me Pink, your Amore, which is really, really pale, but it's delicate, almost like a baby pink. You've got your Sundown, your Neon Pink, which is super vibrant, your Mulberry, your Old Rosette, your Old Rose, sorry, not Old Rosette, and Rouge.
And again, limited on this one, this opportunity to be able to get it. So if it is the pinks you want to go for, then take advantage very quickly. A couple more sets that we've got. So we have got your yellows that we're seeing here. So if you wanted to kind of create your suns or you're thinking your flowers, like your sunflowers, anything like that, then this would be a fabulous one for you to be able to get. But I like it kind of moves into the oranges and the rust as well.
Yeah, and I think this is a lovely part. One of these ones, so this one up here, which is your Gamboge, it does come across in one of the other palettes, but this one's got a bit of sparkle to it.
Okay, oh wow,
so it's got a bit of a gold undertone to
it. Oh yeah, you can see it, can't you? Yeah.
So we've got the lemon yellow in this one. We do have a lemon yellow in the big and the little one. This is the only one that's got a double.
Yes,
Then we've got a wattle, which is like your pale yellow. Your Gamboge Sparkle. Amazon Orange, which is a beautiful orange. Then you've got your ochre and your rust.
Amazing.
So I think...
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
This is one of my most favourite ones.
Yeah, I'm not
surprised. It is really bright and colourful.
Just smile, smile, smile in that. And then finally, it's the green that we were talking about just a little bit earlier in the show as well, when we were sort of seeing Simon actually using this one as well. So you can see that mix of those greens that we've got, and also that very large kind of ink pad that we've got there of that sort of deeper green, that Viridian that we see.
Yeah, and this is another lovely one as well. You've got your Viridian there, your Green Mist, your Earl Green, Apple Green, Sea Green, Puerto Rico, and your Cactus Green. I love the Cactus Green for like your foliage and stuff like that. So it's a really usable palette for like your grasses, your trees, leaves and things like that.
Be very, very usable because, and obviously with those together, say if you go for the greens with browns or the yellows, you know, you can think about how you like to build your scenes. Maybe you do a lot of seas, maybe it is that you like to do more your kind of nature scenes, or is it animals? You know, think about that and then you'll know which palettes are right for you. But again, very, very limited on the green, very popular. We are down to the final few chances, so less than 10 chances now available on this. So well done if you do manage to jump in and get that, which is £7.99. Now, just want to mention quickly as well that the glitter stencil brushes are back in stock. People have already noticed these, of course, on the website, as they would do, of course. So we will get these straight in for you at the price, so that we can get it there. So that is £11.99 for us to be able to get them in. Do I have these? Have I got? Just wondering where they. We'll have a little look. We'll have a little move around, see if we can just.
I've got mine.
Have you got yours? Oh, there we go. We'll use those ones.
I've got mine. So you glitter blending brushes. You get 5 in the set.
Perfect.
So we have.
They're really
pink
cool
ones, and they've got a lovely glitter embedded into them. Yours obviously won't come with the ink on the top.
No.
We do have 2 sets, so it will either be the pink ones or the gold ones that you get.
Okay, yeah.
But you are guaranteed to get 5.
Yes, yeah.
And they will all be the same colour as well. So it'll either be the gold or the silver, the pink. I've not got any of the gold ones here. There is a set in the green room, but they're in the other box.
That's all right.
So you get 5 of them, which is perfect. You've got your red, your green and your blue. And then you can use the others for your other colours that you need them for.
I just love that they've got the glitter actually kind of encapsulated in it. It's flicking around. They feel very pretty and very fun, of course, to be able to use there as well. And plus, I mean, you're looking at just over £2 per glitter brush, which seems like a really, you know, a really, really good price to be able to get. And I imagine you can really get the precision, can't you, with those brushes?
You can. So you can get the precision with them, which is really good, especially for these sort of stencils.
Yes,
because there's a lot of really delicate areas.
Yeah.
I'll be using them again in the next show because there's something brand new that's being launched.
Right, okay.
And it is a stencil, but that's got a lot of intricate parts to it as well. So these are perfect for that. Obviously, your daubers are really good for your bigger spaces. But if you've got any really small spaces, which is quite close to another area, you don't want to contaminate, these are perfect for that.
Perfect. The daubers are available also, which obviously we saw being used earlier. So we have got those there as well. They are super fancy, aren't they? I kind of feel like I've gone to like a ball in a craft party with them. They're just amazing, the tops of them.
So these, we wanted to do them in wood, first of all. As soon as we got the laser, I wanted to do my own sort of daubers. But then I got the idea, we did the pressure tool.
Yes,
we brought the pressure tool out and I've just fell in love with the handle. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to make myself some daubers out of the acrylic. I'm going to make sure every single one has its own colour. And I want them to have that handle. As soon as I brought them on and started using them, people were asking if they could buy them. So I decided to then start making them. With these, you do get 10 daubers. So you've got one for each colour. They all come with the dome foam. Already on there. You do get 2 little acrylic
lovely
stamping blocks which you can just take off and then pop it on, and then you'll be able to do like a quick stamp. And they are the perfect size as well to go into
this. Oh, superb. So
if you've got any small worker stamps, they're perfect for that. You also get 5 of the flat foams. 5 of the flat foams and 10 of the little sanding discs. Now, the sanding discs are great if you've just got any, for instance, if you wanted to file
like
the firewood down or anything like that, you could do that. Or if you wanted to wrap around an MDF piece and just file it down to the same size, you can do it for that. Or to age something, you can use it for that as well. You also get the lovely carousel, and then the top, which is a little secret compartment, hide your sweets in there from the kids or something. And then this itself is its own pressure tool as well, which can be used for either holding your stencils down or going over the top of your stamp press to make sure that everything gets even pressure.
Super. Okay, we're going to bring the clock on. We're going to get this price down for you as well to be able to get all of that. So there's a lot that you are, of course, getting with this, but also you're just going to feel really great, aren't you, whenever you're actually working with this? You know, the fact that you're getting that additional little secret storage, you're getting the 10 of the daubers, you're getting the pressure tool that's there as well, you're getting all of those extras that we can see. You know, you're getting your little stamping blocks, little acrylics, your sanding tool there that we've got. So there's so much coming to you. You should be £114.98. Instead, of course, we are going to be taking these right down, look at them catching the light there, and bringing them to you at £89.99. So a superb deal, something that's going to look great as well kind of on your craft station, because look at them, they're just absolutely beautiful and so well thought out. On-triple split pay as well, normally comes in at £100 or more. We've got that on there for you today though. So it does mean that you can take these home for £29.99. I feel like, you know, if I had a craft room, I wouldn't even be wanting to leave them in the craft room. I'd want them on like the dining room table just for people to see. I'd just be like, yes, have you seen these? Like, they're just absolutely super, aren't they? So yeah, as low as we can go on that, and that is for you to get absolutely everything that you can see just there. So well done. Okay, so we saw you using the multi-station, of course, earlier when we were kind of stamping. So could we just explain the tool and everything that you kind of get with that as well?
Yeah. So the multi-station is basically, it's got loads of different tools in one.
Perfect.
So if we start right at the bottom, we've got a scoreboard. So the scoreboard has got centimetres going across the top, and then it's got inches down the side. So we've tried to make it as usable for everybody, because not everyone uses centimetres, not everyone uses inches. Some people use both, depending on...
It's quite nice, I think, to have both, because if you're watching, say, like an American crafter, and they often do it in inches, you might want to flip to inches for them and do centimetres for yourself, so it's great having both, isn't it?
Then we've got a piece of foam, which acts as a cushion for when you're stamping.
Okay.
It can also be used if you want to do some flower forming or anything like that.
Yep.
Then we've got this sheet here, which in itself, it acts as a stamp plate.
Okay, lovely.
And you can turn it around like so. So you'll be able to get your square reefs.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to use it for that. But its actual purpose is when you're using the stamper ring, which is the next section to it. Basically, what you would do is you will cut your card down to size. So this one is just under. What size are we on there? Is it 5 by 5 inches?
Yeah.
So if you it goes up in half-inch increments. So you just pop it in whichever square is relevant to it. And then, if it's a bit small, like this one is, you can tape it down in the corners. Anything that's above 5 by 5, it will get held in place by the frame.
Okay, brilliant.
And you can go all the way down to, I think it's 2 inches by 2 inches.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're doing something that small, you will definitely need to tape it.
Yeah, definitely, of course.
Floating around. So your stamper ring basically allows you to create perfect reefs using your worker stamps.
Okay.
So it evenly spaces everything out. Yeah. And the way you do it is you'll pop your stamp on this side. Again, so I've got a 5 by 5. I don't want to go outside the 5.
No, of course.
Take this off so you might be able to see it a bit better. Yeah. So we've got so we've got a graph sort of thing on the outside, a guide. I don't want to go outside that 5 by 5 because if I go outside that 5 by 5 circle, it's going to come off the card. So I need to make sure if my card's slightly larger, my stamp's slightly larger, I would need to turn it every 2 turns, opposed to every 1 turn.
Right.
So basically, all you're doing is you're popping your stamp on and then stamping with it.
Perfect, I see, yeah.
Obviously, that's not stuck down. Push it in, turn it into your next one.
Go.
Your next one, your next one. And you're basically just going round and round until you get back to the end and you end up with a perfect circle.
And that's why you get that perfect spacing out. That's really easy to do.
Yeah, and if you've got, we've got 2 stamp sets that are specifically made for this, Floral Minis 1 and Floral Minis 2. Yeah. And that will enable you to create like the Christmas wreaths with all the foliage, the flowers, the berries and things like that. And that was designed to work with the stamper ring.
Perfect, yeah.
When you get a bit more into it, you'll be able to put a stamp there, a stamp there, and a stamp there.
Right, okay, and kind of go with.
So it's a lot quicker. But once you get into it, it is really quick, and you can just literally, if you
just move them around and
watch the telly or
really
once you get into it.
When you're a pro. So and then of course these just slot on as well, like
also. You get the rotation stencil. Yours won't come like this. Yours will be nice and clean.
Yeah.
I've just used mine. It's exactly the same way as like the animal stencils.
Yes,
just by rotating, and this stencil will enable you to create that sunset there. So it's just something to get you started. You also get a bone folder and a scoring tool.
Okay.
Which are also included.
Yeah.
So they just slot on there.
Yes, Perfect. So they all just fits perfectly, doesn't it?
All fits perfectly.
Again, very easy then to be able to take on the go with you if you want to, because rather than having to have multiple different kits, you've all got everything actually in this one as well to be able to use your stencils, to be able to obviously use it as a stamping press, but then to be able to create that rotational stamp as well that everybody loves, to be able to create wreaths or anything like this. And of course, you've got your bone tools and everything else that comes with it also. We'll get that price straight in for you. So if you are wanting the multi-station starter kit, then you can get that today today for just under £60, so £59.99. Again, it's available on split pay, so you can take it home if you wanted to today at £30, so £29.99. So well done if you managed to get that. It just makes everything easier to use, but also gives you that precision as well, which is superb. Okay, what did you want to do next?
So I'm going to do another card using one of the stencils. We have got some more plates coming out to this as well.
Okay,
They're called template mates. We launched them last month.
Right,
and we've got a brand new one coming in the next show.
Great, okay.
So it is something that we are expanding on. It's not just going to be this, you'll get extra.
So once you've got the base, it's about then being able to kind of add to it with all the innovation to come.
So I'm going to be using Florence, who's our lovely flamingo.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to pop some tape on there. You don't have to tape it down, but...
Guarantees your precision a bit more, doesn't it? If you don't want it to move.
As you saw in the last one, it did start moving.
Yes, yeah.
Probably me being too heavy-handed. So the way that I've done these is I've put the actual first section up in the top corner. So we've got Pearlywinks down in the corner, and then we've got the name at the bottom.
Lovely.
So that's your starting position for the stencils. So for this one, I'm going to be using my pink set.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm going to be using the black as well. So decide what colours you want. So I'm going to do the sundown. And I've already got pink on this as well, so it's good. I don't know what colour this is going to turn out.
Okay.
Oh, good, it's dried on my pad, so it's not giving me like a purple or anything like that. What I normally do with these as well is I'll start on the outside and drag in, so I end up with like a hollow. Bless you.
Sorry, it's hay fever. It's just got me these last 2 days, and it just, even having my hay fever tablets, it's doing absolutely nothing.
So I'll end up with like a hollow, and it gives you that illusion that it's sort of like a curved surface.
Yes, yeah.
And then I'm just going to do it on this bit as well. Then I'm going to twist my stencil, turn my stencil, not twist it. So that the wings
pop
are
straight
lined
on.
up. And then I'm going to go in with a darker pink, and I'm just going to dab that just to make sure it's not too dark.
Yep. Great.
And then I'm going to do this section here. So as I was saying before, where did I put my pink? I've lost my pink. It's all right. I'll use the red and hope it's gotten all right. So as I was saying before, if you've got anything that's quite close like those are, you're better off with your blending brush as opposed to the door. But unless you're really steady-handed, then that's fine.
Oh, that looks good.
And then I'm going to bring in my brown palette. And I'm going to use the ochre for the legs.
Okay, yeah. Super. Remember, if you do want any of the ink palettes, well, they are all on the website there at £7.99.
And then I'm going to pop some just on there. I'm going to go over the pink as well. And again, like before, I've lost.
What are you looking for?
Oh, no, I've not. It's there.
Have you got it? Yeah.
I buried it.
Because there's always so much stuff, isn't there? It's like...
I'm just going to pop my mask over the top there.
Yeah, okay.
Now, you can either go in with a pen and just colour that in, or just go in with your blending brush.
Yep. Super.
So that one will work, and these ones will actually do that as well.
I always feel like you feel really excited to actually take that mask off as well. And think,
that's when I always leave the eyes to last, because that's when it sort of like pops off.
Exactly, look, so good.
And then you do get the whites of the eyes on the stencil, just there.
Okay.
But I always prefer to go in and just fill that in myself.
Yeah.
With a white pen. So I'll just pop
oh yeah, super.
the white in there, and a little dot, and then
Fab.
just to add a bit of shape.
Yeah. Feels like he's really coming towards you, doesn't it? Just like wondering, like, I'm here.
So here's one I've already cut out.
Yeah, perfect.
Here's one I prepared earlier. And then I'm going to do a quick background.
Yeah.
So for the background, I'm going to use my blue.
Super. If you want, by the way, any of these stencils individually, so if you were looking at this background stencil or you were looking at the flamingo, for example, they should all be £12.99 each, but we've actually discounted them today. So we're down to £10.99 on each one. So they're all there on the website at £10.99. So if you are thinking, well, I really want, you know, for example, this one, then of course you can jump in and take advantage. It's totally up to you.
So I'm just using a couple of different blues
Yeah,
there.
lovely. It's really good having that sort of size, isn't it, as well, to be able to create, you know, your lakes or anything like that that you want as well.
You do get the masks for these as well, as I say.
Perfect, yeah.
And then I'm going to go in with my green. I'm going to work off the page.
Yeah. Great.
And I'm going to start with the cactus at the back.
I think we've only got a couple of the green ink pads left now as well, so we've not got many at all. They've been very, very popular.
And then I'm just going to twist my stencil around a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go in with, I don't know what colour that one was, but it's a lighter green, the one in the bottom corner.
Yeah, the sea green?
Yes.
It's great to actually have that on the stencil, though, that you've actually got those sort of rolling hills in terms of the shape.
Yeah, I always find when I first started doing the stencils like this, because I've done it for a few years now, I always thought what would make the stencil more usable, because it's basically, it's just a wasted space.
Yeah.
So
use the edges.
Just use the edges.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't cost any more to
No, exactly.
add that little bit of extra on. It just makes the stencil more usable.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to do my sky. With the sky, you don't need to be too, smudge that anyway, but I have got one I've already done. You don't need to be too perfect with it, because you have clouds in the sky.
Yeah, 100%.
And
it's clever.
Then I'm just going to bring in the one, because I am conscious of the time, that I've already created. So I've already created one there.
Sweet little flowers as well.
I've popped some little flowers on, and to do them I've just used a white pen.
Okay.
And an orange pen.
Yeah.
I've lost Florence. There she is.
There she is.
There she is.
I'm gonna have to chop a leg off. I popped a little hole there.
Oh, okay.
So that I can just chop a leg off.
Pop her into the water.
As if she's in the water.
That's really good.
So I'm going to use my EVA.
Yeah. Super. And we've got that glue available. Would you recommend that EVA high-tack glue? Yeah.
Yes. So when we asked for this to be developed, there was quite a few things that we wanted. We wanted it to be super quick drying, super quick grabbing. It grabs in about 2 seconds.
Oh, really? Wow, okay.
2 or 3 seconds. You do get a little bit of wiggle room with it.
Yeah.
It'll work with card. It's perfect for card. Works with EVA foam. It also works with card, wood, anything that's porous. And it just literally, you do get this little bottle with it, and it does literally just come out dead easy.
Fab.
Also, one of the important things for us was that when you use it, it doesn't... Some glues, when you use them, they can warp your card, or you can see through where you've actually glued. One of the important things for us was that it didn't do that. It seeped into the product and it stayed underneath, so it wasn't visible. So there was quite a lot of things that we wanted from it.
Yeah, that's great. Big bottle that you get actually as well.
Finished it with a Tracy Hay, so you get 100ml, and you also get the precision
little
tip
bottle as well. Yeah, perfect.
And I've just finished it with a Tracy Hay.
Again, nice little statements there we go. Oh, flamingo! So just to remind you, of course, of all of the characters that you get, which you can get individually or, of course, as part of the big bundle. So you have got what we've just seen being used just there, which is Florence Flamingo, that you can see as well. In terms of the colours used on this, we have got the darks, the brown and the pinks to actually be able to build that one up. Then we've got Sandy Sloth. That has been used by using the set of darks and the set of browns in terms of the inks that we can see just there. Then we have Kenneth Koala, and that's been created just by using the darks, just the dark inks for that one. Paloma Penguin, that again, we've had the darks that have been used with this as well as the blues. Then we have got your Pablo Panda, so that has been your greens that we've been seeing just there that have been used to create that. We've got your Keith Kangaroo, really, really cool, isn't he? And that's your brown and your darks that have been used in this one. We then have your Ralph Red Panda. That is your browns, your darks and your greens. And you can see that fabulous scenery stencil that's been used in the background there on this one as well, in fact, in most of them. Sinbad Seal as well, with darks and browns, once again, that have been used in this one. And, you know, all of them just such superb, superb sizes and just looking really, really happy, aren't they, with themselves. And then Perry Platypus as well that we've got there. Once again, darks and browns that have been used within that one. And then don't forget that when you look at the full set over there with stencils, it does come, of course, with that background, that landscape stencil that you've got as well. So it comes with all of those together. Now, they are normally £12.99. We've reduced them today to individually £10.99 each. But of course, if you go for all of it, it's by far the best way to get it, the best price, because we are talking £69.99. So it takes them down to £6.99 for each of these, which is absolutely superb. And of course, if you are thinking, well, I want them in plywood, then you have got these lovely shapes that we can see there, where you're getting all 9 of them in plywood as well. They fit perfectly, of course, with your stencils also, or you can use them individually. They're down to £12.99. All of the etchings are in them for you to be able to colour them in if you want to, and as well as, is it
just show you that they fit. Which camera?
Yes. Yeah, you can do it on the overhead if you want. Yeah, they fit perfectly, don't they?
Just to show you that they fit perfectly
on
there, and you still have that little bit of surround as well.
Yeah, which is brilliant. Makes it really easy, doesn't it, to get that perfection that you'd want to get, like you're seeing just there. Plus, if we have a look at the mobile, it comes with 2 of those mobile hangers, so you could actually create 2 of these if that's what you wanted to do. Are you okay to make and sell as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah. So if you wanted to kind of use that and then you wanted to make it, sell it off, you could do it as well. What time are you back, did you say?
6.
Later? 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, super. And it's a completely different show to what we've seen here as well. You've got a lot of other new bits that you're kind of introducing.
Yeah, apart from the tools that are on this show, we've got extra bits on,
cool.
the next show.
It's always nice to see some extra little bits as well. So do make sure, of course, that you tune in then at 6 o'clock to see all of those bits. There's something a little bit Christmassy as well, so a little sneak peek that's coming up in 6 o'clock. But make sure that you are, of course, checking out on these, the plywood characters, of course, the stencils as well that work perfectly with them, that are on such a super, super discount price. And lots of other deals that we've kind of spoke through as well that you'll be able to see on the website. I'll be back in a moment. We've got so much more to come on today's show. Stencil Up is next, so I'll see you in a second with that.
Here at Hobby Maker, we only charge 1 P&P throughout the day. You can add as many items to your basket and checkout and still only be charged once. Once you've checked out the first time and want to order again, you simply add the item to the basket and click on the Combine Order button. Shopping made easy at Hobby Maker.
Are you having trouble finding the perfect gift? Then why not treat them to the new gift card from Hobbymaker at hobbymaker.co.uk. Simply scroll down to the bottom where it says gift cards, click and you'll be taken to the right place. Decide between posting the card or delivery by email and then decide how much you want to add. You choose the value. So what do you get the crafter that's got everything? Why not treat yourself or them to the Hobbymaker gift card?
Did you know at Hobbymaker that on various products we offer split pay? That means on certain items you can spread the cost over 2, 3, 4 or sometimes even 5 interest-free monthly payments. Just pay the first instalment when you purchase and you're away. So shop your way with split pay.
After a busy Christmas delivering all your crafty presents, Santa is having some well-deserved rest and relaxation.
Well, wake up, Santa! Hobbymaker's having Christmas in June. From the 13th of June, Hobbymaker is bringing you the festive cheer with new launches from American Crafts, Himi, Sizzix, Paper Dynamics, a Carnation Crafts exclusive die, plus 10 new launches from Hunky Dory, including the highly anticipated blockbuster. All this and more awaits you for Christmas in June on Hobbymaker.
Every day our experts will bring you a wealth of knowledge. They'll take you through the steps of making projects and we feature fabulous tips along the way. Whether you're new to crafting or a seasoned pro, you are sure to learn something new. We are live every day from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. and you can also watch back all of the demonstrations featured on the show on our YouTube channel.
So we are back with a stencil up here today at 3 o'clock and then also at 7 o'clock on the shows today. So Lorraine is here, welcome to the show. We've got such a lovely mix of products today, haven't we?
There is quite a mix.
Yeah.
Got some bundles. Yeah, a few styles, so hopefully something for everyone.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. And of course you've got some bigger sizes coming up on the later show as well. So everything's on the website. So if you want to kind of jump on and have a look at the different sizes, the different kind of options that you've got as well, then you can absolutely do that as well. Plus we've got all of your essentials that we're bringing to you across both of the shows as well. Now we want to start with this bundle because we've got your arts and crafts bundle and this is William Morris inspired, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
You know, everybody who I know absolutely adores this sort of style and anything that is William Morris inspired.
Real surge in popularity in recent years. You know, all the main stores are stocking William Morris bedding, curtains, wallpaper.
I think it's because it feels very stylish but incredibly timeless at the same time.
That's right, yeah, really elegant. It doesn't go out of date.
No.
Works well in traditional interior, a modern interior.
Exactly.
Do sort of little features and that. Yeah, it's just beautiful, timeless designs.
So with all of these, we will of course show you the bundles because that is the best way to take advantage. It's where you get your biggest savings, your biggest deals. But if you are looking at anything and thinking, I really wanted that individually, jump on the website and it will be there for you individually as well. Now, let me start with this because this is the most incredible stamp that we have got. It is huge. The detailing is absolutely exceptional in terms of what we are seeing here as well. And of course, you know, that poppy design that you're seeing there, the delicate sort of poppy flowers that are in this, the foliage as well. It's just so sort of organic almost, isn't it, with the flow that you're actually seeing in this design.
And there's so much to look at in that design. Every time you look at it, you'll see something different. And it's a repeating pattern stamp.
Amazing.
So you can get that all over pattern, which
wow.
is
So you can actually do it sort of as big as you wanted to almost do.
Right.
If you wanted to create that as well. It's fantastic, isn't it? And of course, one of William Morris's iconic designs was the poppy pattern. So that is where this inspiration is actually coming from with this as well. So you are going to get, as part of this bundle, that huge, incredible poppy stamp that you're seeing. You then will get your layered craft stencil as well. Okay, so you can actually see within this, I mean, you're getting a huge amount of layers that you've actually got. So they all come, don't they, with a lot of bits that are actually in them. And
yes,
then you can
that's a
create
4-part stencil, and that's
Amazing.
picking up on the main poppy in the stamp. And I've just enlarged it and created it as a layered stencil.
Okay, yeah, super. So you've got that as part of this as well. Then we have your Morris seaweed that we can see here again. So another really big stencil that you've actually got here as well. Once again, a repeating pattern, is that right?
That one isn't, that's a motif. It's taken from his seaweed wallpaper.
Ah, okay, yeah.
I've had it on the show before as an A4.
Yeah.
But I've brought it down to size, more suitable for cards.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a great size, isn't it? Like to be able to just kind of pop that straight on, or you can use parts of it if you wanted. Yeah. And then we've got one other that I'm just going to share with you as well, which is your thistle. So you've got your Morris thistle that you're seeing there. Again, a really good size to make a centrepiece of.
Again, that's one I've brought on the shows before as an A4. But you know, too large to use for sort of cards, so I've brought it down again in size. So I'm gradually scaling down all my designs. They're getting smaller and smaller.
It's nice though, isn't it? Because I think, you know, some people kind of want to do wall art, some people want it for their cards. You know, we were talking about furniture earlier, and if people want to decorate up furniture, so there's lots of different things, of course, you can do with all of these bits as well. Now, if you would like to get all of these, so we are talking about getting all of those stencils, of course, that we can see, and then that fantastic stamp that we've got, we are going to do you a brilliant deal price, okay? £42.88, that is the price point that we should be at, but it isn't going to be your price today. So instead, £35, that is the deal price that you can actually get all of this for. And of course, if you absolutely love William Morris, the British designer, and you love those kind of intricate, those timeless patterns, then all of this is from his inspiration as well. So really superb to be able to take them and be able to use them. We are going to be doing a demo on these shortly, okay? But we have got a few other bundles as well that are available in this. Now, a few people are just asking as well for this one on its own. So yeah, absolutely, we can make sure that we get that in and available for you. So it's a good price for the size of that stamp, £18.95, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and you can do so much with it. And it's photopolymer, it's really good quality. And the detail is amazing. When I got the samples back, I couldn't believe how well it stamps. I'm very new to card craft, so stamping is a very new thing for me. But it's just all the detail of the original design in there.
And you don't often actually get to see stamps as big as this and then to be a repeating pattern that you've got as well. I mean, it's just amazing, isn't it? So yeah, so if you do want that individually, £18.95, or of course you can get all of it as part of that big bundle if you wanted to. So completely up to you. Now, I'm just going to show you the other bundles, and then of course we'll come across to a demo with those bits from the William Morris that we've got. So we do have, I have to say, I'm going to come across this one for us next. So we have got these most beautiful, look at these, they're absolutely gorgeous. This is your Locusta that we've got on this one. So pretty when you're seeing this Art Nouveau bundle.
Yeah, and that one's inspired by an antique piece of jewellery, Art Nouveau brooch.
Okay.
Yes, a set of brooches. So I've created it into a repeating pattern. But equally, you've got the two facing each other, and you've got the wings out there, so you can just use them as motifs. Yeah. You don't have to have them as a repeating pattern. I think we've got some samples on there that maybe the design team have done. I think there's one at the front there where it's just been used.
Yes, you can just see if I just grab that one over
I think that's Heidi did that, and she's just used one as a motif rather than repeating it.
Yes, absolutely. That just looks gorgeous, doesn't it, as well, actually sort of done like that. So that is this one. So that is, you've got the opportunity to be able to, of course, get that. Then we've got the crocus motifs that we can see with this one as well. Again, you're getting those two different images that you've got, but again, you could use them individually together, couldn't you? Anything like that if you wanted to as well. And I think that one has been created onto this that you can see just there as well. So you can really sort of see what you could do by using this. So a beautiful little sort of door hanger or a wall sort of frame that we've got with that one as well. Then you've got your poppy motifs, and I think poppy is just always timeless, isn't it? And there's always a meaning, of course.
Yes,
you know, so many meanings behind poppies also.
Yeah, definitely.
So lovely ones just there that you can get also. And then finally, we have got your Aubrey, which is so intricate, this stencil.
Again, that's another stencil. I think it's possibly my best seller.
I'm not surprised.
As an A4.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the first time I've done it as an A5. So you can use the whole pattern. As you can see, it's a mirrored image, or you could just use one section.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So really beautiful that we've got there. So you can get, if you would like to, all 4 of those. If you want to go for them individually, you can do. But of course, the best way to take advantage of them is to go and jump in and get the bundle, which is where you can take all 4 of these for a 1 price point opportunity. So should already be under £30 for all 4, which is a great price. But we are looking at £21 instead. So we are looking at £5.25 each.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
effectively
big sizes.
Getting 4 for the price of 3.
Yeah, you are right. You get one thrown in for free, really. So yeah, another superb opportunity. And then one other bundle just to be able to introduce you to also, which is your geometric bundle. I feel like for backgrounds, this would be one of the most used. Yeah, really would create some lovely backgrounds that we can see just there. That's really cool, isn't it? Very funky.
We've mixed some on the samples. There's the mixture of the geometrics with the arts and crafts thistle or the poppy, the Art Nouveau.
Yeah.
So the geometrics, I think, just go with anything really.
Yeah,
they're just
100%.
simple repeating patterns.
Yeah, definitely. We've got this one that you can see there as well. So very different to that first one that we've just had a look at as well. So you can see them lovely sort of geometric patterns. When you're just talking about kind of doing these together, you can see that with that, how well it works. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? So superb opportunity on that one. Then we've got your Babylon, which, I mean, it could be rainbows if you wanted to. It's up to you kind of what you want to sort of see with it.
If you want to spend time sort of just doing individual lines on it, you can create a really lovely effect.
And then the last one is your retro lines that we can see also. So creating something like this that we can see. It's very cool at the moment, I feel like, geometric kind of patterns that we're seeing.
Yeah.
So we've got all 4 of those, again, that are once again available individually, but I'm sure that you're going to want them all. So the best price is going to be to take advantage of all of them. Once again, it's like you're getting one completely for free. So we are down to £21 for you to get all 4 of the geometric stencils that we have, and for you to be able to jump in and get that. And in terms of the geometrics, we've also got the borders. This one is individually for you to be able to actually get this. And once again, I mean, when you sort of you know, have a little look at this, you're getting a huge amount within this. You're getting a full set of all 6 of them.
6 individual designs in there, and they all
brilliant,
repeat.
isn't it? Yeah. Oh,
so you can just continue that border.
Super. Let me just show you those as well, just actually how many of those different borders you're getting. So there's one of them. Then we've got another one that you can see just there, so completely different. You've got, I just love the kind of, how you can just imagine sort of using part of this, all of this, kind of, you know, continuing it on if you wanted to as well, to do those repeats that we were kind of talking about. So that's 3, that's number 4. And then finally, you've got that one that you can see there as well. So you can get all 6 of these today. And once again, great price, so £16.95. And you can see that sort of mix of those designs that we've got just there as well. So another superb opportunity on those. So well done if you've got them. Now, just finally, somebody has noticed the wooden adhesive shapes. These are always so popular, aren't they, to get this? So you're talking about getting a minimum of 200 grams. So you're getting so many, actually, aren't you, within this?
And it is a lucky dip.
Amazing.
It's a mixture of shapes. I try to get quite a good variety in there.
Yeah.
But it's quite a nice thing to have in your stash.
Isn't it?
You can just pull on, but you can use it in crafting, but you can also use it on furniture. So you could sort of build a design to apply apply to furniture and then paint it.
Definitely, yeah. And are they all adhesives on the back?
They've all got adhesive on the back.
Just stick this kind of down when you
and
need to.
the adhesive is stronger than wood glue.
Oh,
so
really?
After 24 hours, it's fully cured.
Oh,
and
wow.
you're not going to move it. So you can put it on furniture and you can be confident that it's going to...
That's really good, isn't it? And you can see you've got some really big pieces in there, and then you've got some sort of smaller pieces. You've got some that might just want to be little extras. So fabulous opportunity. We do only have 25 chances on this, so you get a minimum of 200 grams that we can see here. Lucky dip for you to get. £8.95. So all you literally need to do is just paint them, peel off the backing, and then apply it to wherever you want, whether that's furniture, you know, home decor, crafts cards, a really, really fabulous mix of different shapes that you've got for that price point as well. So that's £8.95. Okay, should we kick off with a demo?
Okay. So I'm going to use the poppy stamp.
Lovely.
Now, I am very new to cardcraft. I have got my design team that do a lot for me. I'm very new to it. I did create this card, and so I thought this is one that I can show you how to do, how a complete beginner can use these very big stamps. So I'm going to try to emulate this, but in a different colourway. So as you can see, very, very big stamp. And with the stamp on the back, you've got the registration guides. So you can see these red dots. This is where you line up to then get that seamless repeating pattern.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would say have a little practice first, just so you know where all the repeats are.
Yes, good idea.
You feel confident with it. And really, after a while, you get to know where the repeat is, and it becomes quite easy.
Yeah. I just think it's great when you get something like this stamp where if you're sort of gifting it or you're at a craft show or anything like that, I think people are going to be wanting to know, where have you got that from? How have you got that pattern actually onto a stamp of this size?
So because it's a repeating pattern, I'm going to start in the middle.
Super.
The same way I would if I was all stenciling, really. Start in the middle and then work your way out. And please forgive me if I make any beginner mistakes.
Nobody will judge it.
I'm still learning how much pressure to put on,
yes,
how long to leave it. I also find that different papers react in a different way.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
As well.
Yeah, yeah.
So there we go.
Lovely.
We take that off. Now I'm going to ink up again and do the repeat.
So is that almost where you're just joining it onto those sort of dots that you see?
Yes, as you can see, we've got the dots there, and it's the centre of the main poppy.
Clever, isn't it?
That is your registration point.
Okay.
And then what we need to do, probably easier if I had a little cotton bud or something. I just like to remove the ink.
Okay, yes.
Where I'm going to repeat. That way I can see for lining up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But also you don't get the sort of ghosting of the image. So you need to sort of get on top of it. Okay. This table's quite tall.
Yeah, they are difficult.
I'll get on top as much as I can. You're lining up those 2 points.
Okay.
And that's going to give you the repeating pattern.
Yeah.
And I think it's quite nice with this just to do a large piece of paper. Even if you're not going to use all of it, because at some point you're going to use all those offcuts.
Yeah, because you can just cut into it, can't you?
I'm doing the whole pattern because I want to pick out a particular section.
Okay.
So if I've got quite a big sheet stamped up, I can then look at it and work out where I want to go with it, where I want to place my sentiments, where I want to place the flowers.
Oh, wow, look how good that is. Because now you just think that was just one stamp, wouldn't you, that had been done?
That's right. It really is a seamless pattern.
Very clever. And it's so easy, like you just saw just there. I mean, even you were at a table that's a bit, too high, really, for what you do at home, and it's still just as easy to just kind of pop it on the right marks.
And this came from doing the wall stenciling, where I do repeating patterns. So when I started doing stamps, it just felt natural for me to do designs where you can do that repeat. Of course, you don't need to use all of it.
Super.
And even if you don't get it spot on each time, it's really not going to matter too much. As long as you roughly follow.
Yeah, lovely. Wow. I think it's just the detailing as well that you've actually got in it. It's quite mesmerising, isn't it, almost?
Yeah.
Are you okay to make and sell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Right, so I'm going to move down now. So I'll take off a little bit.
Yep.
Just there.
Great.
So as you can see, the pattern goes up, down, left, right.
Yeah. But obviously with those reference points, it makes it so easy, because if you just try to like, slot it in, it probably would never be perfect, would it? What's that, 12 by 12 you're working on? Or slightly bigger?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big, you know, amount of cardstock that you're actually filling at the moment.
Of course you don't need to. Like I say, for this particular design, I want to be able to choose a section.
That again, I mean, on your wall would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Or to frame this and just kind of put it in a frame.
Yes, you could. With the other William Morris stamps that I've done, I've used them for wrapping paper.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Using sugar paper is quite nice.
Okay.
It creates a really sort of nice, natural sort of feel.
Yeah.